Share this motherfucking video. Got to get my cutter. Wait for some folks to jump in. Had a good live. The last few times have been really good, folks. Got a nice cut on my cigar. We're going to do this bitch up right here. Wait for a few people to get up in here. We'll light this bitch up. When you come in, there's somebody up in here. When you come in, drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know who you are. Let's get it rolling. Yo, what's up, Big Mo? What's cracking, bro? How you doing? It's been a minute, man. Yo, you ready for Monday night? What do you think's going to happen Monday night, Big Mo? How do you feel about the Raiders versus the Cowboys? How do you feel about the $2,000 checks that's supposed to be coming from Trump? There's a lot to talk about, right? I want us Raiders Monday night, bro, to have a really good game, but I believe it's being set up for us to get fucking mopped up, bro. You know, we used to be the most winningest team on Monday night, right? The last 30 years, bro, we're the most losingest team on Monday night. Is it by design? I see Big Mo's the first one up in here, man. It's good to see you, Big Mo. It's been a minute, brother. How you doing, bro? How's your family? How's the weather where you're at? We got 3 folks up in here. When you come in, it don't cost you nothing to hit that like button. Share the video for me. Hit the like. I appreciate it. Announce yourself. Drop a comment. Let me know who's up in here. Get this motherfucking thing started. I got to watch my cussing because it messes up the algorithm. I be cussing like a sailor the way my mom used to. About to light up my cigar right here, though, real quick. Yo, what's up, Pizzo? Pizzo. I see you made it. That's my primo right there, Big Mo. Hey, Big Mo, I said the same thing to my brother. He's like, nah, I don't think like that. I said, they just added Quinnen Williams, right? They added the linebacker from the Bengals to shore up the middle, right? We ain't gonna be able to run on them, bro. And we damn sure can't just drop back and pass every goddamn down. I feel like we're gonna get fucked up too. Like it's being set up for like what, like a 31-6, 40-3. I hope it's not another fucking goose egg, bro. I hope it's not like a 40-0 or so. That'd be fucking. It's all. I mean, how much more embarrassing could it get, right? What do you think, Pizzo? What do you think's gonna happen? I know you're a Niners fan. Peace to the Niner fans. What do you think's gonna happen Monday night? Raiders, Cowboys. Next Monday. I know you don't. Pizzo's like, I don't give a damn. I'm a Niner fan, but you know, honest opinion, bro. We don't. There's no right or wrong here. We got thick skin here. Raw and uncut. When you come up in here, drop a like. Hit the like button. It don't cost you nothing. Share the video. I see some people coming in little by little. I appreciate those already dropping in. Big Mo, I said the same thing. Hey, big Dumbo. What's up, Dumbo? Hey, I'm not mad, Dumbo. I agree, bro. I think the same. I think we're gonna get blasted. I know that's what it seems like, right, Big Mo? It seems like we just don't want to score. Like we just fucking like, nah, bro. We'll just run everywhere else but in the motherfucking end zone with the football. Fucking Raiders, bro. What a time to be a Raider fan. It's always something. It's always something. About to light me up this stogie. How's the weather where you guys are at? How you doing this evening? It's crazy, bro. It's crazy with the Raiders. Big Mo. I feel like Tom Brady is purposely making the Raiders worse. When he got rid of Derek Carr, they had nobody to replace him. Yo, what's up, Bambi? What's cracking, brother? What's cracking, Bambi? I see you. Fresno getting cold in the mother, huh? Out here in Phoenix, bro, it's nice right now. I think it's like 70 degrees. 70 degrees out here. We don't get cold out here like that. We don't get cold at all. Oh, damn, out there in Placerville, Big Mo? I bet. I miss California. I can't lie, man. I really do. I miss it, man. But life in Phoenix, bro, is really good. There's so much opportunity out here. The culture is different. Out here is so crazy. Even the homeless people, the bums will bust a cap in your fucking ass. It's fucking crazy, bro. It's crazy. What's up, Bambi? That's what's up. Glad to see you in here, brother. There is no plan, right, Big Mo? No, I don't. It looks like they're just doing whatever. Me and you, Big Mo, make you general manager, and I'll be the assistant general manager. I bet you we could run the fucking Raiders better than they're doing it. Hold on, Bambi. I got you. I got you, bro. There you are. Bambi. There you are, Bambi. I got you, bro. You want out? Hey, man, I wish I was there with you, Pizzo. Shit. You know I miss those country nights by the fire, bro, sipping some whiskey, smoking a nice one. Shit. Yo. Cindy, what's up, Sin? Yo, Sin. Yo, everybody say what's up to Sin. That's the homegirl right there. She's like a sister to me. Shit, I already know it's cold in Utah. Ain't nothing cracking but the pepinos, Cindy. It's good to see some folks that were in here yesterday up in here too. I appreciate you guys stopping in. When you come in, hit the like button. It don't cost you nothing. Right? That's a good point right there, Big Mo. That's a hell of a good point right there. It's like they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Football's supposed to be their life, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing, bro. They don't know shit. We know more about football than they do, and we're not getting paid for it. We're not getting paid for it at all. Cut me a check. Let me run the damn franchise for 2 years. Couldn't be no worse. I don't know. They ain't up in here yet, Bambi. They ain't up in here yet, but I'm gonna tell you what. Where's Sin at? Where's Sin? Since we need 2. There you go. We got 2. Bambi and Sin gonna be the moderators for now. If you don't mind, Sin. No, I don't see any player improvement either, bro. I don't see any player improvement. Bambi, what's the weather like out there where you're at? You like down across the world, right? Brazil, right? No, it isn't, bro. It's just if you're running the ball, block. If you're passing the ball, block and execute, right? Run the damn plays. Mm-hmm. Sin's a Raiders fan. She could probably run the Raiders better than what the fuck they're doing now. Bambi, you're a Cowboys fan? Then you're going to love Monday night. I remember you said that. King 7. Yo, what's cracking, bro? King 7's in the building. Yo, 6 folks up in here. When you come in, drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know you up in here. Announce yourself. King 7. Oh, yeah. King 7, you from up north, right? Is it San Jose? Salinas? I like going live, man, because you get to meet people from all over the world, right? Cool ass folks. Cool folks. Everyone's sharing the same energy. That's right, San Jose. I got a lot of family up there, bro. Sadly, I've never met any of them. My baby mom and my ex-fiance, both from San Jose, and an ex-girlfriend from San Jose. I don't know what it is about San Jose and me, but I seem to attract that, you know, when it comes to the females anyway. The Valles Ranch. We got something next year coming for the Valles Ranch, right? We got something coming out there. Folks, be on the lookout. Sometime next year, January, February. We got a mini documentary coming. I don't want to touch too much on it because I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. We got some stuff coming when it comes to real cowboys from the Central Valley. Yeah, Bambi, we got to do something, bro. Like, I mean, I don't know. I just purposely think that Tom Brady became part ownership of the Raiders to alienate the fan base. He really don't like us because he knows we don't like him. We got to do something, bro. We got to do something as an organization to improve. When they pick players, they don't pan out. They bring free agents in, they don't pan out. When they do pan out, they get rid of them. It makes no damn sense. No, I know what you're saying, King 7. It's that Northern California swag, right? I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, Bambi, I agree. He's there for that and to make a lot of this, right? Make a lot of that money, a lot of that plata. That's all Tom Brady's there for. As the season goes along, though, and we start getting into the playoffs, I start pulling for like the Niners. I start pulling for the Bills. Maybe even the Rams. You feel me? Maybe. Just depends. Just depends, man. I'm not a hater. I don't hate the other teams. But on my feed on social media, I'll get some Niner fans, bro. Never my cousin Pizzo. Pizzo's not a shit talker like that. Because my cousin Pizzo, my cousin Paul, he's a Niner fan, hardcore. But he doesn't get on social media and talk shit like that. But I got other motherfuckers on social media that be talking shit about the Raiders all day long. And I'm like, bro, why? You guys are fucking winning. We know we suck. And they'll be like, the Raiders suck. I'm like, bro, tell me something we don't know. Like, give me some information that I don't know. Eight folks up in here, hit the like button when you come in. Announce yourself. Let's keep it cracking, keep it rolling. Yeah, a lot of them do, right? But then there's humble Niner fans like King 7. I know King 7's a Niner fan, right? Pizzo, Paul Valles, I know you're a Niner fan. They're humble and they just let the play on the field speak for itself. Big Mo, I feel you, right? Yeah, me too. At the end of the day, I'll stick with a California team, bro. And I know some Raider fans are like, how the fuck you gonna pull for the Rams? How you gonna pull for the Niners? I'm like, bro, I'm not pulling for the Chargers or the Chiefs. I'm not pulling for the donkeys, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly, Pizzo. It's not that serious, right? They're getting paid millions of dollars to play a kid's game. Oh, damn, King 7 came out. He said, I favor the Niners, but I'm actually, hey, there's nothing. Steelers is a iconic football team as well. A lot of prestige there. What you mean, Bambi? What you mean, like the super chats? I think I opened it. I think I think they're open. I think I opened it earlier because I had someone else telling me earlier today. I was talking to them about that because I didn't know about the super chats, what they're there for. And he was telling me, he's like, yeah, you should turn that on, bro. You know, that's really good revenue, right? You know what I mean? I'm very new. Even though the channel's old, but as far as YouTubing, I'm still a baby when it comes to the YouTube shit. I'm still a baby when it comes to the YouTube stuff. But I'm still working on a lot of things behind the scenes. We got 3 projects we're working on, and I'm doing it quietly. I'm not announcing it all over the internet. I'm not throwing it out there like, hey, we got this coming. We're just going to go old school on them, and we're just going to drop it on them all at once. No, Sin. I'm not. Yeah, Big Mo, right? And it seemed like it's like an endless damn, it's like an endless pit, like a bottomless pit, right? Like we just can't get out of it. No matter what. The Colts have fell in and come out. Even the Bengals look better than we do right now. It's with Joe Flacco, a grandpa at quarterback, right? Although he's got hella receivers and their O-line's a little better than ours, but like, damn, bro, like, it's crazy. 7 folks up in here. When you come in, it don't cost you nothing. Nada, zero, zilch. to hit that like button. I appreciate you. If you just want to get on and talk some shit, do that too. It's all good. We got thick skin here. We old school. We don't let it bother us, right? We ain't tripping. I've been on my Suge Knight lately with the cigars, though. I can't really smoke bud like I used to, so I'll hit me a cigar. One cigar every night when we go live to calm me down and relax me. Yes, sir. King 7. I dropped my, King 7. Don't say too much, right? But if you go on my posts from YouTube, I dropped my email, bro. I dropped my email. There's a secret within that email. When you see the email, you're going to be like, wait a minute. But I'm trusting you with that, King. Because King 7's a solid dude, bro. And for those that didn't know, if you were into freestyle music back in the 80s, 90s, his brother was Spanish Fly, the great late Spanish Fly. Rest in peace. Sin, you remember Spanish Fly, freestyle music? See? King 7 is like, wait a minute. He figured it out. There's not too many people that know, bro, but there's probably only 2 or 3 people. You feel me? Right? I know, Bambi, right? There's no bots right now. That's great. That's great, because last night, not yet at least, right? Last night, they were coming in one after another. We were knocking them off, and then they would come in, and they'd start their BS and playing and trying to mess up the stream. Yes, sir. Gracias. Gracias, King 7. I appreciate that. Yup. Yeah. You're the one that introduced me to those, Paul. The Don Guillermo's. You're the one that introduced me to them. I tried a couple of them with you. I remember we'd be puffing right there at the ranch. By the way, my cousin Paul is my real primo. My cousin Paul is a real cowboy. I'm not talking about in the football sense or in the weekend sense. That is a real cowboy 24/7. A real cowboy, riding bulls, loading cattle, working on the ranch, living on the ranch. He's a real cowboy. Legitimate. I know, King 7, all day long, bro. All day long. These young rappers, you spelled it wrong, King. You spelled it wrong. You got to throw a W in front of the R when you spell rappers, if you get what I'm saying, right? These dudes all on their knees, brother. Yes, sir, Bambi. You already know. You already know. I appreciate you guys up in here, bro. We got 6 folks up in here. Drop a like when you come in. Share the motherfucking video. I appreciate you. This is therapy for me. I enjoy getting on every night and BSing and talking. I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot from you guys. Yeah, thank God these bots ain't up in here, man. Last night they were just, come on, bro. Like, why? What's the whole point? Why would you sit back with 7 or 8 fake profiles and just troll somebody nonstop? Unless you know me and you just want to be a punk and want to hide, right? 9 mofos up in here. It don't cost you nothing to hit that like button. Drop a comment, introduce yourself, enjoy, sit back, watch the conversation, or jump in. Jump on in. Yeah, you know what? Juice WRLD, I'm not really into that type of stuff, but my brother's an older dude. He liked Juice WRLD stuff. He's dead now. He passed away, though, right? Hag. Oh, Gangster what? Hag, whatever. What up, Sin? No? Do we got a bot? Let's find out. We're going to find out right now. Hey, Paul, they don't know about the outlaw Teddy Gash, huh? You see here? We don't play around here, you see? You come down here and you come disrespecting, you see? You're going to catch it, you see? You're going to get your fucking eye burnt out with this cigar right there, right in your fucking eye. Yeah. I wish Tom Brady was here and Mark Davis. I'd sit them down, tie them up, and stick this damn cigar in their eye to make sure they can never see again, because they blind than a mofo. They are blind. What up, Cindy? What made you laugh? Babby, let's see what else he posts and then get on him. If it's something bad, then you jump on him. A job? What you talking about? Hag or whatever? Hag? You what a job? What you a job? I don't know. Are you speaking English? Right? Outlaw Teddy Gash, don't mess around. These bots keep coming up in here. I'm at the 6 sin and the Outlaw Teddy Gash on them. Bring him out of retirement. He's gonna roll up and be like, you see, we don't mess around here, you see. You want to mess around with the family, you're gonna have to end up in the dirt, you see. Babby, you're one of the moderators. You do whatever you want, brother. It's your call. You do whatever you want. You're stupid. What the hell? Yo, what's up? Perfect strangers in the house. Perfect strangers in the house. What's cracking, brother? Good to see you again. Just right here, bro. Some of the bots are starting to come in. Last night we had some trouble with bots that were coming in being disrespectful, bro. And I'm like, here we go again. You know, Bambi, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for looking out for me. Right now, Bambi and Sin are the 2 moderators. If people come in disrespecting, I got my haters. I'm gonna take them out. See if he pops up on in like they were doing last night. It's all right, Cindy. I know you learn fast. Hit him. Hey, Cindy, hit him with the pepino one time. Yeah, you gotta hit him with the pepino, homie. Drop it in his drawers. All right. That's what's up, Bambi. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, these bots, man, they like to come in and screw up and I appreciate you guys moderating, because I didn't know that when people come in and they drop negativity on the timeline like that it can mess up the algorithm, right? Uh-oh. They messing around. Cindy's about to drop it in their drawers. You got a doll ready, Cindy? The power's in your hands, Bambi. You have the power, my friend. You have the power. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, I miss the nights at the ranch, Paul. 11-11 today, Cindy. I miss those nights at the ranch, bro, by the fire, drinking a cold one, sipping a little whiskey, smoking a fat one, enjoying the scenery, chilling with family. That's what we're all about here. We're all about family. And those up in here right now, I consider you family. Those that mess with me, that I don't want to say that, I don't want to cuss, but those that come here and tap in with me, I appreciate you. You're all family here on Raw and Uncut. A lot of people can't handle the truth, but we can get into the truth, but they might start messing with us, right? I think that's what it is sometimes. They don't like it. They can't handle it. They can't take it on me, They can't take it like little papi. Stop messing with me. Don't look at me, little papi. Don't look at me. Yeah, que la chingada. I'll be back soon, bro. And when I come back, we're getting it cracking. Remember, you already know. We getting it cracking, bro. We're gonna get it in motion. We got to get that thing moving. We got to get it moving, bro. Perfect stranger, I appreciate that, right? They say when people come in and start messing with you, because I've been shadow banned for like more than a year, bro. That's why I started jumping on live, because a lot of people weren't seeing any of the videos. And then when I would get videos ready and try to post them, before they even post, YouTube would drop a red knot and say that I wasn't able to post it. Hell yeah, Pizzo. Hell yeah. See, out here it's calm right now. It's really calm. Like I said, it's about 70 degrees. Eyes, and this guy got caught talking to a 14-year-old little girl. Bro, what the? Bro. It's nice how people like to come and look at this. Haters, bro. You know what? Somebody popped in a few minutes ago when I first got on, and then they disappeared. They said hi, and then they disappeared, and then this stuff happened. No, I'm not that dude. I'm joking, hey. Bro, I don't got to dignify that because we know it's not true. And anybody that knows me knows it's not true. Come on, man. It's crazy how people just try to smut people up because they hate that they got a little bit of traction. You know what I'm saying? That ain't joking. That's fucking trying to put a jacket on somebody that's not right. But Pizzo, remember I was telling you those people messing with me? There it is right there, bro. That's the stuff I'm talking about. Yeah. And not only is it bizarre, bro, that's disgusting, right? I got kids. Okay, I got family. I got nieces. I got sisters. And people like to come on the internet and just like to throw weird ass accusations out there. No truth to it whatsoever. It doesn't bother me, bro. I ain't got nothing to hide. You know what I'm saying? It's all gravy. It's all gravy. You can look me up. You can tap in. Look for paperwork. Do whatever the hell you want, dude. Do whatever the hell you want. It's gravy. It's all gravy to me. But that's the type of stuff that they do when they see you gaining a little traction. People come out and they want to make these weird acts. That's the weirdest one yet. Yesterday, they were coming on saying some other shit about being GAY, right? The day before that, they were coming on saying they were coming to my house, that they're calling the cops. They're sending the sheriffs to my house. And I'm like, for what? Oh, I'm a fireman. I'm under your bed. I'm like, bro, this is childish. Like, very much weirdos, Sin. Very much. Very much. Trying to get people to stop tapping in, so they're gonna say some stupid ass SHIT like that. Come on, man. Come on, bro. It ain't that serious. But for them, for some reason, it is that serious, right? For them, they've got nothing else to do, so they'll jump from profile to profile to profile, running their mouth. But hey, that's what weenies do. They run their mouth from that keyboard, because in person, And I'm not saying I'm the baddest mofo, because I'm not. I'm not. There's always somebody badder. But in person, that person would not be talking like that. Perfect stranger. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy how some people use the internet to move forward in life, and some people will use the internet to degrade people, to disrespect people, and to say dumb things about people to make people look at them in a weird way. But thank God there's people on here that actually know me. Internet gangster, yeah, he's not even a gangster. He's just an internet weenie, Sin. An internet weenie. Yo, what's up, Bambi? What's cracking? Pizzo, you got that right. Paul, hey, you got that right. You definitely got that right. That's the stuff I'm talking about, though. Pizzo, it's crazy, bro. No, perfect stranger, and not because I'm a bad mofo or whatever. Eli the Gamer, what's up? What's cracking, Eli the Gamer? It's all good, Bambi. It's all crazy. Yeah. Hey, King 7, before you came on last night, bro, there was a troll. He was on back to back. He wouldn't stop. It's like, bro, what kind of life do they got to just sit there? You know, what kind of person is that? What kind of person is that? And I bet you the person that said that, I will bet you my last dollar, has those kind of mofos in his family, and even got homies like that, but won't do nothing to him, sits there, drinks and smokes with him, and that's his road dog. I will bet you. Eli the Gamer, hey, you're right, but hey, you know, something gonna kill us. Everything gonna kill us. Let him roll a little more, Bambi. Yes, the United States is my favorite country because it's where I was born, and it's the land of opportunity for me. It's where I make my living. It's where I have my family. I have to say that. It's the last free country. Even though a lot of our freedoms are getting taken away little by little, it's still the last free country. Eli the Gamer, what's up? And bro, whatever we do in this world, whether it's eating, smoking, working in certain situations, in certain areas, in certain environments, it's killing our lungs, you feel me? It's a land of opportunity to spend for, especially for entrepreneurs like King 7, for entrepreneurs like myself, like Paul Valles, you know, for everyone else that gets their money and sees, hey, okay, this ain't working, I'm gonna do this. This ain't working, I'm gonna do that, right? Oh, that's what that means? Oh, okay. Get them out. Thank you, Bambi. See, I'm not up with the acronyms on the internet, bro. Shut your okay. Thank you. Hey, I trust your judgment, Bambi. Hey, that fool talking tough. I'd love to see you in person, one-on-one, one-on-one. I'd love to see you in person, but that'll never happen because you'll never show your true face. Because if you do, it would make sense all the trash you're trying to spill. But you see, when you point one finger at somebody, remember, you're pointing three right back at yourself. Remember that, Playboy. That's right, Pizzo. Legal hustle, brother. Yeah, he'll bring his mommy, which he's probably mad because probably did, you know, probably broke his mommy's heart years ago or something. I don't know. No, they won't. I have an idea who that might be. Like I said, when I first started on the live stream, Paul, do you remember when you came in and Sin came in and someone else came in before that? Remember there was somebody up on here saying, what's up? And then all of a sudden they disappeared and this clown popped up. Yeah, put that fool in timeout, Bambi. I appreciate you. I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention. Very much. We got 7 fools up in here. Hit that like button, drop a comment, introduce yourself. Let's keep it moving. What's on your guys' mind tonight, other than this damn clown that keeps popping up over here? It's very interesting. The internet is very interesting, man. A lot of these people that get on the internet and start running their mouth like that, you know, god dang well, they would never do it in person to anyone. So they hide behind that keyboard, a bunch of thumb thugs, right? Keyboard warriors. Unc, I know that, Bambi. I know Unc means uncle. Why would he call me that and then disrespect me and then call me that? You feel me? Pizzo. Yeah. A big time bar S hater. Hey, they say that we are, Sin. They say that we are. That'd be interesting, right? I mean, hey, I'm sure we could all use the money. I'm sure we could all use the money. Like I said before, I'm sure we can all use that dough. Oh, okay. And King, I ain't been tapping in there, bro, because they shadow banned that one too, bro, and started killing it. But I'll tap in when I get off here to see that. To see those. I had King. On the other one, they start sending me death threats, bro. I start getting death threats talking about that the sewer's gonna come for me and Southsider's gonna come for me and all that. And I'm not scared or any of that, but I just hate that energy. I don't like it, bro. And so I don't ingest it, you know what I'm saying? I don't absorb it. I just bypass it. So I just like, I'm gonna get away for a while, you feel me? But King 7, I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, that's why none of my stuff's been out there. I tried to drop a few videos like a couple of months ago, bro, when I seen they weren't letting me post them, or I was posting them and they were getting like 1 view, 2 views, and I'm like, what the hell happened? Now all these thousands of subs and no one's looking. I'm like, wait, what the hell? So then I went on again and then I started getting those death threats, bro. People just talking smack, you know? I will, King 7. For sure. I see you out there on your hustle though, bro. Up there in the Bay Area. I see you with the designs. I see you with the shirts and everything else you've been doing. Keep up the good work, bro. Keep up that hustle. I know you're a hustler, bro. There's a lot of hustlers up in here. That's the thing. That's the thing, right? There's a lot of people that ain't doing nothing, that see somebody doing something, so they hate on it because they could never do it. They could never get on camera. They could never talk. They could never make something out of nothing. They could never make something out of nothing. Guys like King 7, they make something out of nothing. Guys like Bambi make something out of nothing. Even Sins made something out of nothing. Perfect Stranger, I'm sure you've made something out of nothing. Myself, Pizzo, we made something out of nothing, and we continue to do that because that's how we were raised. We were raised by strong women and strong men, for sure. Just like King 7, I know you were raised as well by strong woman and strong man, either or both. And I know, especially with your brother Spanish Fly taught you the game, bro, and he taught you the hustle, and you taking it and you running with it, and you're keeping his legacy alive, brother. Rest in peace, OG Spanish Fly, king of the freestyle, right? King of the freestyle. Yes, sir. That's right, King 7. Hey, bro, we were raised in a time where it's all about respect, and we take care of our kids and we take care of our women. Big time, bro. There's nothing else, right? De nada, King 7. And it's good to connect with people with the same energy. I'm getting chills, bro. I'm getting chills out here because it makes me feel good as a person, bro. This is my therapy, right? This is my therapy. When I'm able to jump on this live and connect with some people I don't know and some people I do know, and it's all mutual, positive, high energy, frequency, vibrational, high vibrational energy and a high frequency of energy. That's what we bring here. That's what we bring here. We're raw and uncut, but at the same time, we're also raw and respectful. Bambi, you got $5 for what? Hey, like I said before, bro, whatever you wanted to donate. Yes, sir, God does recognize real. If you wanted to donate 50 cents, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I just can't believe anyone would want to give me anything. Not like I've never given anything. I've donated, bro. I've donated to Gunner before. I've donated to Dubs. I've donated to Homie Hangout, who recently passed away. And then I regretted donating to a couple of those guys because they turned around and shitted on me. They turned around and shitted on me, bro, and acted like they didn't know me, act like, oh, man, you know, that guy, this. Number one, I'm not a dropout. I've never been a gang member, bro. I've never believed in that. And that's not shitting on anyone. It is. I'm just saying I've never fallen into that category because I never wanted to be committing genocide on my own people. So I never subscribed to that lifestyle. But it doesn't mean I wasn't in the streets. It doesn't mean I didn't do whatever I had to do to survive. And I think that dude that was in here running his mouth a while ago, I think it's somebody from my old neighborhood, to be honest with you. Big time hater, big ass weenie. Seeing you've donated big time to my acting skills. You have. You know, like when I lost my CDL, I had the hole in the bottom of the cab. So me and my team driver, when we're going down the freeway, we can shit and drive at the same time. So if you're behind me in my big rig and a big piece of cerote hits your windshield, it's because we dump and keep it moving. Nah, bro, yeah. And that's the thing I think nowadays, bro, that people don't get. They're constantly SHITing on their fans, on the people that love them, the people that show them love and respect, bro. These younger guys have no respect, not even for themselves. Especially the young women nowadays, bro. All you see all over the internet is videos and pictures of them, and it starts out with them showing their culo and then showing their chichis, and they're half naked, bro. It's like, what generation are we living in where they glorify prostitution, bro? Because that's all they're doing. They look like prostitutes. Yo, what's up, Spanx? Spanx Contreras in the house. What's cracking, brother? Another real one just entered the chat. Oh, you just looked at the guy's channel, Bambi? What is it? Pizzo's laughing. You know, they're taking our CDLs because we try to do U-turns in the middle of freeways doing 70 miles an hour, and we don't pay attention. The cars can slam into the back of our trucks. So please don't take my CDL. I worked very hard for 2 days to get my CDL. Just don't mess me up on my CDL. Oh, it's kid games? What? Yes, sir. Hey, when I make these fake voices, I'm not talking, I'm not being serious. I'm just joking. It's just satire. When I make these voices, you know what I mean? It's just satire. And King Seven's laughing because of the other stuff I be doing, right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, my boy. Check it out, my dog. Check it out, my dog. Not my dog. Yeah, my dog. Yeah, my no, my dog. Check it out, my dog. Yeah, we don't do that over here. We ain't doing any of that. That's crazy, Bambi. Thank you for looking out like that. I appreciate that. Yes, I could be a voice actor, Cindy. I could be. It's the only time we had a hole in the floorboard of the truck was to throw an empty beer cans. Woo, fucking Pizzo. That's a good one right there. Hey, those fools, they got the hole in the bottom of floorboard of their truck, the dudes I'm talking about, so the truck can keep moving and we can keep making dough, making money, my friend. We're trying to make money, my friend, so we put a hole in the bottom of the floorboard of the truck in the sleeper. That way, while my team driver's driving, we can just keep shitting, pissing, and keep it on moving, keep it moving down the interstate. We got lives to take and money to make. And when it gets out of line, we got shits to take. That's what's up, Bambi. I appreciate you. It's great being able to tap in with you guys, man. I appreciate it. We got 5 folks up in here. Now we got 7. I appreciate you guys. When you come in, hit that like button. It don't cost you nothing. Drop a comment. Share the video. Share this mother flying video. That's another little hint right there. All you mother flies out there. See, the outlaw Teddy Gas, you see, he doesn't play around, you see. You come messing with my boy King 7. You come messing with my primo Paul Valles and my homie Bambi and Sin. You're gonna meet the grave, you see. Us New York gangsters, we don't play around, you see. Do you get me, you see? That's how we play out here, you see, on the East Coast. We don't mess around, you see. Them old school 40s and 30s gangsters. Every other word is, you see, you know, you see. Joe Rogan, what? What happened to him? Buffalo Gold, for real? Is that true? Rest in peace, Joe Rogan, or are you pulling my leg here? And not the leg that my lady likes to pull on, if you figure deal, man. No, not that leg. No, for real though, is that fool, did Joe Rogan just pass, or is that a joke? Any truth to that? Or are you just pulling me leg here? Are you pulling me leg, me boy? Mira, don't go pulling my leg, homie, because when you pull my leg, it's a problem, because if you start pulling the leg, then we start to get into different positions here, homie, you know? You're my cellmate, homie. We play around. We get down in here, homie. Oh, the penguin? King 7, don't give too much away. Hey, bro, for the record, King 7, it's not that I'm afraid to show, you know, when I do that, it's because it's a character, bro. It adds to the character, you feel me? We got a fish. Dude, he's lying to you. What? Here we go. Another one. Jesus Christ. What am I lying about? What am I lying about, dude? Oh, you mean Joe Rogan? Oh, damn, my bad. My bad, we got a fish. What's up, brother? I thought you was trolling me too right now. I'll tell you what, they don't want to bring Outlaw Teddy Gash out of retirement. They don't want him to put that suit on and the derby on and get the old Tommy gun and come here, you son of a... Pop, 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 pop. They don't want that. Hey, King 7, you're on another level, though, with those, bro. You're on another level. I wish I knew how to do that, but I don't. I'm not savvy like that with the tech. You feel me? On the technical side, I'm not savvy like that, bro. You got gold right there, bro. King 7, you're really good with that stuff, bro. How you can take voices and all that, that's gold right there. You thought I was the leprechaun, huh? Oh, I could be. I could. Wait till they get a load of me. That's the fucking penguin right there. I could do the penguin. It's a cross between the penguin and the clown from Spawn, right? The clown from Spawn. Yeah, King 7, it'd be unstoppable, bro. It'd be unstoppable. It would be unstoppable, and they would hate it because cats from a certain part of California would make a big dent in the game, and those other cats from that other part of California, they don't want that because they want to keep controlling everything. You feel me? And I'm not shitting on anyone from down there. Much love to everybody doing their thing wherever you're at, but they don't want guys from north of a certain city to gain any traction. They don't want them gaining any subscribers, any love. They don't want them making any money. So they got everything in a basket down there and they're controlling it. Bambi, what happened? What made you laugh? Yo, what's up, Lorenzo? We just talking about anything, bro. We've been getting some bots up in here, some haters just saying certain things or whatever, and we're just kind of shooting it, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they have before, King 7. They have about 4 years ago, bro. I gained like 20-something thousand subscribers in a matter of less than 3 weeks, bro, and I was skyrocketing. And a guy from Northern California, but doesn't live in Northern California no more. He lives in Oregon, started reporting me, bro, because I did a couple of videos about him and he reported me and they blocked the channel. They stopped it. Oh, it's all good, Bambi. Yeah, they would be, King 7, big time. Big time. And that's the thing, though, bro. King 7, there's more than one way to skin a cat, bro. We just got to brainstorm and figure it out. Right? And as we're speaking, I always get gang of notifications, bro, from TikTok. But I just don't tap in because when I do, we're going to get you. The white hats are coming. The Masons are coming. The Templars are coming and all this BS, bro. And I'm like, what the hell, bro? What the hell did I do? You feel me? What did I do? I'm like, what did I do besides give a little bit of truth? But we all know the truthers get no love in this generation. It's the fake. It's the phonies that get all the baloney. Ay, no, not the cucuy. Ahí viene el cucuy con el pepino. Ahí viene el cucuy con el pepino. Cuidado, pero cuidado con el chorizo. We might need it for later. Ay, pero cuidado con el pepino. We might need it for later. Yeah, no doubt, bro. No doubt. Bambi, no doubt. Cindy with the eyes. Oh, my God. I'm having a good time right now, man. Thank you guys that are tapping in with me that are here. I appreciate you guys. We got 7 folks up in here. Drop a like. It don't cost you nothing. Zero zilch to hit that like button. Even if you don't like what you're seeing, just do me a solid. Lorenzo, where you from, brother? How's the weather out there? Lorenzo's laughing. Hey, we could go on all day long. Hey, Sin, remember when I used to do the radio impersonations? Oh, I got it right here in Phoenix, bro. They got a shop out here. I got some red ones, too, because, you know, red's my favorite color. I got it out here in Phoenix. I got it in Phoenix. I got my 2 red ones in Phoenix. I want to get a white one, man, but white, you wear it one time, me. Valió madre, you know what I'm saying? Today, we got a good, oh, you want to hear, do we do Judge Joe Brown now? You see, Kamala Harris, when she was down there in L.A. and she was rolling around with all them head honchos in Hollywood, you see, she likes to come out with her word salad, and she likes to mix these big words, and she likes to talk all this trash. She's mad because when I had the chance to bang her, I just passed on her. You see, that coochie's got so many miles on it. It's got more miles than a 1978 F-100. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Austin, Texas. I got family in Austin, Lorenzo. What's up? What's the weather like over there? What up, Austin, Texas? My cigar went out again. I guess I'm not puffing on it. Just like Kamala loves to puff on her cigars, and she likes to pull legs of her own, if you feel what I'm saying. I heard her and Gavin Newsom were in cahoots I heard they were in cahoots and they were planning to bring the state of California down. I guess we got to be careful what we talk on here. You see, Judge Joe Brown don't F around. If I need somebody hit, I'll just go get my boy outlaw Teddy Gash and let him get in that dookie shoot. Come on back, big strapper. Yo, Bambi, I don't even know what that means. Bro, what is that right there? That I never seen that before. That's crazy. Oh, hey, Pizzo. Yeah. Hey, man, for everybody, that's a good topic right there, Pizzo. Damn, it is expensive. My cousin Paul Valles just brought up an interesting topic. We were in Las Vegas probably 2 years before they came out with the movie The Hangover. It was 5 of us, right? Me and my cousin Pizzo, Red, Albone, and Baby Bash's cousin Pete. And we were there 3 days and we had a video camera and we were doing outlandish stuff. The video camera was lost in a taxi in Las Vegas. You know what you're doing, Bambi. 50 degrees, damn, a little colder than here. But we lost the video camera with tons of footage of wild stuff. Somebody found that video camera. Yeah, I've even thought of going into some comic strips out here, some comedy clubs, because they got a bunch of them here in Phoenix. And no, Cindy, we didn't die. But the point is, the video camera with all the footage of everything we were doing got lost in a cab, and we never found it. Somebody found it in Las Vegas, and I bet you, me and my cousin Paul, we were like, wait a minute. When the movie The Hangover came out, we're like, somebody found that video camera, and they made a movie about it. They just took what we did, and they glorified it even more. And we feel that movie, The Hangover, was based on what was on the video camera, and how there was a group of guys that went to Vegas and just went all out and went crazy. Wow, Bambi, that's cold, bro. I haven't experienced 38 degrees in about 5 years. If I experience 38 degrees right now, oh my God, I need blankets, long johns, a jacket, a fire, some whiskey. A chick pulling me leg by now, that wouldn't hurt, you know what I mean? Have to do the Gavin Newsom, you know what I'm saying? Because in California, we're trying to help the people here, man. Pobre Gavin Newsom, ese way. Yeah, Lorenzo, it's a real story. My cousin Pizzo's right there to back me up. That's why he brought it up. They saw everything. We had 3 days worth of footage with women getting in squabbles inside Coyote Ugly, up and down the strip. There was so much stuff that I don't want to talk about on here because I don't want YouTube to hear it and then mess the algorithm up. But whatever you saw in The Hangover, we did that. But they glorified it even more. You feel me? With the Mike Tyson stuff and all that. We were out there wild and out, bro. We were about to go 5-on-5 with some rugby players from Australia. Huge ass big dudes in Coyote Ugly because they were trying to get at some females and we were getting at them and they didn't like that. We got kicked out of Coyote Ugly. We got kicked out of so many places over there. We're on the strip, bro. It was outlandish. And when you say, what did we do? If you remember the movie The Hangover, we did that times 10. They even toned down some stuff in the movie. But we're like, wait a minute, where'd they get that idea from? We lost a video camera with 3 days worth of footage on it. It stayed in a taxi cab because they went looking for me on the strip because I took off with this chick and this dude because this guy, I had met this white girl and her husband and we were twisted, bro. We were on X, we were drinking, we were all messed up. And we're coming out of casino, we're moving as a mob, all 5 of us. And I run into this beautiful white chick and I just start talking to her. And she basically told me that they would pay me some money if I did the Diddy to her while her husband played Diddy in the corner and watched. Really? So I'm taking off down the strip. My cousin and the homies don't even know that I'm gone. They didn't even pay attention because everybody's fucked up, kind of moving around. They went looking for me on the strip and they saw me walking down the strip holding the girl's hand and she's holding her husband's hand. And we're going. They pull up in the taxi. Rob, what the hell are you doing, fool? You don't know those people. I said, oh, girl wants me to bang her in front of her husband, and they're going to pay me. They're like, fool, you don't know that they're probably going to kill you. Get in the damn taxi. So I got in the taxi, and they're laughing. We're, having a great time. We get back to where we're going. Everybody gets out of the taxi and leaves the video camera in the back seat. Yep. We had VIP in every club. My cousin Pizzo was the promoter that night. I was pushing a couple of CDs out there, right? Yeah. We had everything, man. We were VIP in every club out there. We were going to the front of the line, and we didn't know anybody. But my cousin Pizzo, working his mouthpiece like he could, he was calling the club saying, hey, we got this artist named Rob D. We're from California. We're pushing 2 albums right now. So they were putting us to the front of the line. We're getting in there, distributing all these albums. I had 2 backpacks full of CDs. We got rid of all of them. Spent all the money there, but we got rid of all of them. We're going up and down the strip, in and out of clubs, in and out of motels, hotels, restaurants. 3 days worth of footage. Right? Yep. My cousin was sneaking in the cameras in the clubs, and he was holding it low, and they were like, is that camera on? My cousin's like, no, it's off. But it was on, catching everything that was going on. Yes, sir. Lorenzo, for real. I believe it, bro. Because, hey, man, everybody, if you're wild at a certain point in your life and you got a group of other people around you that are wild, all kinds of crazy things will happen in Las Vegas. It'll happen. And they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And that damn video camera stayed there, bro. When we got back to the hotel room, they're like, where's the video camera? I don't know. So had it. No, I didn't have it. You had it. No, I didn't have it. You have it. They lost it, bro. It stayed in a damn taxi out there. It stayed in a taxi out there. And I believe they got the idea. They got the idea for The Hangover from what was on that video, because like 2 years later, The Hangover came out. The Hangover came out. And me and my cousin Paul were like, hey, bro, what the hell? You think they stole that from the camera? Like, whoever got the camera? We don't know who got the camera. It could have been a screenwriter. It could have been an actor. It could have been a football player. It could have been anybody that got that camera and was like, wait a minute. We got an idea for a movie here. Sin knows me. Yeah. Why? What's up, Bambi? Like, I know Sin. Like, I used to drive her to work, bro. We lived in the same part of California. I hung out with her a few times. She's good people, man. Like, when I say I know Sin, I'm not BSing. Not BSing at all. Why? What's up, Bambi? You don't know why? Hmm. Yeah, I know Sin, like personally, not, I don't know her. Yeah. We did a lot of stuff, right, Sin? But when I say I know Sin, with all respect, she's like a sister to me. A house tour, I don't think my family would like that because they don't want to be on camera. Yep, in the middle of the day. In the middle of the day, we ran into the family from Pittsburgh. Remember, it was the mom, it was the aunt, and it was like the bride and the bridesmaids. And we were at the Flamingo, right? Right, Pizzo, Paul? We were at the Flamingo. My cousin Paul busted out a wallet and said, "Let me buy you girls drinks since you're getting married and all that." My cousin Paul bought all the girls drinks. We sat there with them for a couple of hours. And we're getting ready to pull a couple of them to the hotel, but the mom was like, "No, you're getting married. You're not going anywhere." Cousin Pizzo, my cousin Paul, had one of the girls, and I was working my thing, and the other homies were working their thing. It was basically going to be like a 4-on-4. We were just out there, just wild. Yep, I remember that. We were cooking in that damn RV, bro. We were cooking in that RV. Had to get a hotel room because we were dying there. I don't know. I'm sensing something a little weird here right now. Sin. Sin. Do you sense that? Algo está pasando. Algo es algo, dijo el diablo. Something is something, said the devil. Yup. Right? Right, Sin? Yeah, so when I say, Bambi, when I say that I know Sin, like I know her, bro. I know her very well. Like I said, she's good people. It's cool, Bambi. If you get bored, you can hop off, bro. You can go to another live or something. You don't got to stay here. I appreciate you tapping in with me, and I appreciate you moderating. I think we all get bored from time to time, right? I'm not on as late as I was last night. Last night we had more people tapping in because I think it was a little bit more later. It's a little early tonight, right? It's a little early tonight. Babby, I see though, when you put them on timeout, they never came back. They stopped. So that wasn't a bot. That was a real person. Right? Am I right there? Yeah, bro, that was the wildest time of my life in Las Vegas, Pizzo. The wildest time ever. We'll never be able to duplicate that again. It'll never ever happen like that again. That was like a once in a lifetime experience. Yeah. Yeah, Bambi, I noticed that. You put them on timeout and they never came back. I noticed that. See, it's just crazy, man. This internet, like I said, some people use it for good, some people use it for bad. Me, I'm using it to connect with like-minded individuals, like-minded energy, right? Because I'm all about energy, and I can sense bad energy, just like I can sense good energy, like I'm sure all of you can. Damn, I've already been on here an hour. It doesn't even feel like it, right? It don't even feel like it. But that Vegas trip, Pizzo, it would be great to do it again. But if we ever did that again, bro, I don't think I'd survive. I don't think we'd make it out of Vegas. Probably get arrested this time. It was different 20 years ago, right? It was way different than it is now 20 years ago. And guess what I heard about Vegas too? I heard that Vegas is so expensive right now that a lot of people aren't going over there anymore. They're losing a lot of revenue, losing a lot of money. They say one hamburger is $20 in Las Vegas right now. If you go to a restaurant in any of the casinos, or if you go to a restaurant in any of the casinos and you order a burger and fries, I heard that it's $20. That's the low for a burger. Oh, Bambi, I think she means like, what's your nationality? You know, like European. You know, are you indigenous? Are you South American, North American? I think that's what she means. Had to get rid of that damn cigar. Burnt that sucker down to the nub. For those that been tapping in, I appreciate you. We got 3 folks up in here. I appreciate, even if I just got one person, I ain't tripping. I just love to conversate. Oh, Bambi, you're American? I didn't know that. Because some of the stuff I seen you typing, I didn't understand the language. I was like, wait a minute. I didn't understand. But yeah, I appreciate everyone that's come in. I appreciate everyone tapping in. We got 5 folks up in here now. When you come in, it don't cost you nothing to hit that like button. It don't cost you nothing to drop a comment. Oh, that's what's up, Bambi. I can't speak Brazilian. Is it is Brazilian Portuguese out there where you're at? Is it Portuguese? Like, what's the native language out there? Porque yo no hablo portugués, hablo español y inglés. Like, I don't speak Portuguese, but I can understand it because it's similar to Spanish, just like Italian is, right? Sin, as far as I know Sin speaks at least 2 languages. Yeah, I know, bro. Psh, we got lucky we didn't go to jail in there. We definitely got lucky we did not go to prison in that mug. Phew. Man, the stuff that was cracking off, all the X that was floating around. We had some ecstasy floating around, a little bit of the white stuff, a little bit of the verde, women flying around, a lot of money, you know. Your friend is Spanish on Xbox? I got, like, I'll be on Xbox sometimes, but not like that. Once in a great while, I'll get on when I'm bored and I ain't got nothing else to do. I'll get on. My cameras keep going off right here. I'm wondering what, when it picks up something in the background, the cameras go off because I got cameras all around the house. My neighbors are right there. My neighbors over here. My neighbors over there. They ain't tripping. They ain't looking over the fence or nothing. They don't care. They're cool. Cool AF, how they say. Cool AF. Sarcasm is the third. Right, Sin? Wait a minute. Brujeria, is that a language? So, you speak 4 languages, Sin? Brujeria también. Habla brujeria. Y está cabrón, homie. You better watch out porque va a sacar el pepino y sin condón. What, the first PlayStation, Cindy, or the 5th one? Woo. What beer you on, Paul? Number 2, number 3? Any whiskey on deck at the Valles Saloon? I appreciate the love, man, you guys show me. I appreciate the conversation. Sin, it is an art, and not everybody can do it. That's for sure. That is for sure. So yeah, the stuff with the $2,000 that Trump's saying he's going to cut people, I think everybody could use that. I don't see why anyone will be opposed to that. Of course, they got to pass through Congress first before they start cutting people checks. But, you know, watch there be a big old deal about that. Watch there be a big deal about how Congress don't want to approve the $2,000 and everyone's going to be tripping on that. Damn, Cindy, you. Oh, that was Bambi. Bambi. Oh, you're well connected with the PlayStation and the Xbox MetaQuest 3. See, I don't know nothing about that MetaQuest. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what MetaQuest is. I know we got an Xbox, what is it, the Series X? The last one that just came out? I mean, we got all of them. My son has all of them. Like, I bought them every one when they come out. This last one, we pitched in on it because it was a lot. It was too much. Oh, it's virtual reality. That's what MetaQuest is? See, I'm not living under a rock, but I don't pay attention to a lot of the mainstream stuff. Yeah, the last Xbox was like $800 or something like that. So my niece, she loves Xbox, and my brother loves Xbox. So me, her, and my brother, we all went in on it because we all like to play every once in a while. My niece plays more than all of us, but my brother will play sometimes. And every now and again, I'll get on and I'll play some Madden. But, you know, the Raiders suck, so a lot of weird stuff be happening when I'm on there with the Raiders. Yeah, 800 big ones, boys. Yeah, it was like 8 something for that son of a gun. In the States, I don't know what it might cost in South America or Central America. That's what's up, Pizzo. Handle your business, brother. Thank you for tapping in. I appreciate you, brother. I love you. Stay safe out there. Drink one for me, smoke one for me. And I'll see you soon, bro, so we can knock that out. what we were talking about, so we can knock that out and bring something new to the world. Bring something fresh. I love you, bro. Crazy though. I was man, crazy. Crazy. Damn. Hell yeah, Pizzo. She doing it, bro. Doing it. Doing it up. I wish I was there, bro, to drink one with you. But yeah, bro, handle your business. Take care of the animals. And I'll chop it up with you later, bro. I might give you a call when I get off if you're still up, and we'll chop it up. But yeah, man, it's crazy how people love to get on the internet and mess with somebody's traction, right? Or mess with somebody's get down, or just hate on them for no apparent reason, just because they're like, F this dude, I'm gonna do this. F this dude, I'm gonna do that. I've never been that way, and I won't be that way. I won't do that to people. I will not do that to people. It's just what kind of person does that? What kind of energy do they embody to feel that they have to do that to somebody? What are they getting out of it? It tells you the kind of life that they're living, that they are very unhappy with themselves, so they have to pass that energy on to other people in hopes that they absorb it, right? They were hoping that we absorb it, but we don't do that. We do not do that. In the words of a wise rapper, I don't do that. Nah, we don't do that over here. Yeah, una verga. Wow, we've been live for over an hour and 11 minutes going. I appreciate the two I got up in here. I appreciate you guys. Much love, much respect. Thank you for conversating. Thank you for tapping in with me. You guys keep me busy. I noticed though, yeah, yes sir, Babby. I noticed though, since you guys started getting rid of the negativity, it's not coming back. It's not coming back. And that's a good thing. That is a great thing. What are we? We're approaching 9 o'clock here. You have to, Sin. If you don't ignore it, it'll burn you up. It'll burn you and everything around you up. Like Rocky, if you don't ignore it, it'll burn you and everything around you up. We got 3 people up in here now. Whoever just came back in, drop a like, hit that like button. It don't cost you nothing to hit that like button. Get me out to the YouTube universe. It's 1:44 a.m. or is that p.m., Bambi? Is that a.m. or p.m.? I think it's a.m., right? Because I think last night when you came up on here, 10:44. So you're an hour ahead of me. Oh, you a.m. Damn. Yeah. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. So what time zone are you in, Bambi? So you're below the equator, right? I think he's below the equator, Sin, in Brazil. If I remember correctly. Eastern Standard? Yeah, I'm mountain here. I'm mountain, but I always announce that I'm coming on in a Pacific time. That way the folks on the West Coast know. Because everyone else can figure it out, right? But the folks on the West Coast, they know. Eastern time zone. You're mountain just like me, huh, Sin? Here in Phoenix, our time never goes forward and never goes backward. It stays the same. Which is pretty cool because in California, I used to hate losing an hour when it went back. I used to hate that. It used to bother the hell out of me going, when you go an hour back, you know, they say fall back. I used to hate that. Losing an hour of sleep and having to adjust and all that. It's just, it makes no sense. If you ask me, everyone should do it where the hours don't move forward or backward. It should stay the same. Yeah. The hell was that? Who's here? I think the mosquitoes are starting to eat my booty up. And not in the good way either. Starting to tap in and starting to juice me. Juice them. Like that fool from Tropic Thunder. Juice them. Who's lucky? Sin? Who, me? I've always considered myself a lucky man. I'm a lucky man. I've always considered myself a lucky man. If you vote for me, and you give me your vote, I promise you I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I didn't touch that woman. Her name wasn't Monica Lewinsky. It was Monica Blowinski. Yeah. It's just to fuck with people. It's just to piss people off. I feel everything they do in this world to us regular folks is to drain us. It's to drain us. It's to take our energy, because that's how they live, right? They feast on our energy, especially when bad things are happening to us. They feast on our energy. Yeah, hell, I don't like that. I can't deal with it. Yep, my time stays the same. All the time, at all times. I didn't know that when we first got here almost 5 years ago. I thought it was like, oh, we're going to lose an hour. What's even more crazier is when I drive back to California and the hour difference, we gain an hour out there, right? But when you're coming back, you lose an hour. So I always like it when I'm headed that way, because I know that I'm going to gain an hour of time. You still feel tired because, say you got up at 3 here, that means you got up at 2 over there, and then it takes us 8 or 9 hours to drive out there, you know? Yeah, it's crazy. But I'll tell you another thing, Sin. When we're going back to California, you drop 1,000 feet when you get in. We're very blessed, Bambi, for sure. And I appreciate you guys. Very, very blessed. Every day I'm very, very blessed. Every day we wake up, every day that we're able to walk, every day that we're able to move, every day that we're able to make $1 to take care of our families. Very, very blessed. And can't ask for much more than that. Maybe a little bit more by the hour. I mean, that wouldn't hurt. Maybe another $10 an hour wouldn't hurt at the job. But hey, then that's asking too much, right? And then the billionaires don't want, we can't have them making more money, because if they make more money, we lose money. And if they make more money, they gain power. And we can't have them gaining power over us. Oh no, we got to keep them on the ground. We got to keep them underground. We got to keep them poor. We got to keep them working. We got to keep draining them. That's how they are. The billionaires, that's how they look at the regular folks like us. Yeah, Babby, how old are you? That's a good question, Sin. What the hell? Nah. Bambi's 14 years old? What the hell? It's crazy because my videos, they say they're not for anyone under 18. Like, I make sure I put that up in there. That's crazy. Yeah, that's Neta que sí. Right? Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah. We got 5 folks up in here. When you come up in, hit that like button. It don't cost you nothing. Drop a comment. Share this mother flying video. I appreciate you. Come in, tap in with the conversation. What's on your mind? Where you from? What's the weather like? What's the weather like where you're at? If you're sitting in the middle of the damn Pacific Ocean, is there a tsunami coming? If you're sitting in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, is there a damn hurricane where you're at? OG Classic, what's up? That's an Impala. There's a 74 Cutlass and there's a 71 Impala. Those are my brother's vehicles. My one brother got the Cutlass and the other brother's got the Impala. Working on both of them. Wiring the Impala right now. Totally like inside and out. It's a 71 2-door hardtop. Got the 350 in it. It's in pretty good condition too. My brother got it earlier this year. Yeah. See, Babby, I'm going to keep it real. I don't know how comfortable I feel about conversating with minors. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that works on YouTube, but we're not saying anything incriminating, right? ¿Cómo lo ve, Sin? Ala. No sé cómo hacerlo. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, Bambi, I got a question. If you're 15 years old, why are you tapping in with us? Isn't there other videos? Yeah. Hey, Bambi, I appreciate you, but I just feel very uncomfortable, to be honest with you. Not trying to get in any trouble, not trying to ruffle no feathers. None of that. Bambi's been good. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. But I think that made some sense. I think that made some sense. Yeah. That's crazy, Sin. Yes, Sin. Exactly. You know where I'm at. We got 5 people up in here. I appreciate you dropping in. When you come in, hit that like button. It don't cost you nothing. I appreciate you. Drop a comment. Cindy, neta que sí, right? Era ese güey o qué? And you know what? I'm starting to believe que ese güey ni es lo que estaba diciendo, right? Snakes in the grass. And you want to know something, Sin? I was telling my girl earlier, we were having a conversation about snakes in the grass porque she is gullible and she talks to everybody and she believes everybody. No, it wasn't. It was fake, Sin. It was fake. And there ain't supposed to be no minors up on here, bro. Like my videos, when I put them out, it asks you, is this, for people under 18 or over? And I always say it's for over 18. So they don't allow any minors up in here. You feel me? OG Classic. How you doing, OG? What's the weather like out there, bro? In Indiana. OG Classic Jones 2 Sin is a solid dude right there. Yup. You see how they Sin, you see how he asked me to show my house? To show my house, bro. Who in the hell asks people on YouTube, hey, can you show me a tour of your house? Why do you want to look at my house? Why do you want to look at my house? No, I was sensing it too when it was happening, Sin, but I was just trying to be smart about it. You feel me? I was trying to be smart about it because I don't know who that is. And te voy a decir otra cosa. They're not who they say they are in terms of how old they are. They were just trying to throw off everybody, but they weren't fooling me. I had my eye and I was like, I sensed that. When I told you a while ago, do you sense that, Sin? And you're like, yep. It's because I was on that already. I'm like, nah. Something's wrong here. Porque when those other weirdos were coming in, he would kind of disappear here and there. You know what I'm saying? He would disappear in there and then pop back up. It didn't make no sense. It did not make no sense. OG, I've been dealing with weird stuff up on here, bro, since I started going live. People coming in. And I know that happens on channels, bro. But the stuff that this guy was saying, and then they asked, Sin, you know him? Like, Sin, your energy's pretty good. It's tapped in. Right? Feed his kittens my ass. Oh, that was a hint. You know what I think? I think, yo creo que era una muchacha from back there, right? From the past. And is just trying to tap in to see things about me and on the undercovers, trying to play that snake in the grass BS because they feel a certain way. And I don't like that stuff because you know what? I'm a lot of things, but I don't do people dirty. Right? I don't do people dirty and I don't F with people. I don't mess with people. But I think people, for some reason, since you've known me, they like to do stuff like that, right? They like to play games like that. And people can be grown ass folks acting like little ass kids. Yeah, feed his kittens. That's right. Yeah, OG, it's crazy, bro. the way people come up on here and try to pull BS and say stupid things, bro, and trying to harm the channel, trying to harm me. And it's like, I will almost bet you guys it's somebody from my hometown that's hating because they got a YouTube channel. If you feel me, there's a few content creators from my old city that got YouTube channels, right? And they ain't going nowhere. And they've been doing YouTube for like 2 and 3 years before me and got like 200 subscribers or 300 subscribers. And they do podcasts and they're constantly posting. They do lives and get like 10 views and they get mad. And I think it's that undercover hating that goes on. And I got a pretty good idea who that might have been. It's between two people. It's between two people because, like I said, there's content creators where I'm from and their shit ain't taking off. And I'm not trying to say mine is. I'm a small ass channel. I'm approaching 3,000 subscribers. It took me a lot of work to get here. And these guys been on for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and they're constantly posting and constantly doing videos and releasing them, and nobody's watching them. And they see me out here just being myself while they're on the camera faking and fronting, and they get nobody watching, right? Nobody watching. And so they come with their fake profiles trying to throw dirt on me. Trying to throw dirt on me. It doesn't make me angry, but it alienates me a little bit because I'm like, these people don't give up. Why mess with me for? What did I do to them? Because I left? Because I got out the damn hood? Because my family got out of the hood? Because my family moved on to bigger and better things and woke up and left that life alone? So people are angry about it because they want you to stay there. They want you to die there. And because you got out there like, damn, they ain't going to die here, but I'm going to die here. So F them. I'm going to get on and I'm going to run my mouth. I have a good idea who that might be. I have a good idea who that might be. And it's all good. Yo, we've been on here 1.5 hours live. I appreciate you that have come in. I appreciate the folks conversating. It's therapy to me. This is a therapeutic session. It's free. It don't cost nobody nothing. And I appreciate you. Man, Sin, yeah. It's a big, especially Fresno and the Central Valley, right? It's a big old cesspool of hatred. Everybody hates on everybody. That's why rappers out there don't make it. Because the own people that are supposed to be supporting them stab them in the back. They stab them in the back. They stab them in the back on the unders. On the unders. Mad because someone like me who came from nothing, struggled most of my life, did what I had to do to make ends meet, did what I had to do to help my family, and got up out of there before that place took me under. And people don't like that. They don't like that. They want to see you fall, especially when you come from nothing. They want to see you stay there and stay down. They don't want to see you rise up from the ashes. They don't want to see you get out and make something better of your life. They want to see you stay there. To those people, you know what you can do. You know what you can do, homie. You know what you can do, ese. You can bend over for my homegirl Sin, y ahí viene el pepino. Take that. I gotta relax. I gotta relax because when people come in here and they do that, you see, Sin, you're helping me cut the grass. What we do here on Raw and Uncut is we're steadily cutting the grass because when you cut the grass, it allows the snakes to come into view. And when the snakes come into view, like X-Rated said, brrr, John Deere, them son of a guns, brrr, run right over them, chop them up. Chop them up into bits and pieces and dump them in the dumpster where they belong. Yeah, Sin, you have to get up out of there. You have to. And I'm glad you got the hell away from there too. I'm glad you got the hell away from there too. It maybe took you a little bit longer than the next person, but the ultimate goal was to get the hell out of that cesspool. And thank God you and your babies got up out of there. And I'm glad that you're in Utah, and I'm glad you're doing good out there, and I'm glad you're in a better place. And that's what we do here on Raw and Uncut. We're not here to cut people down. We're not here to talk BS on people. We're here to just talk, keep it straight. Raw. We're talking straight. Facts here. with good energy, high vibrational frequency of energy. Anything else can hit the bricks. We ain't doing that here. I'm not gonna fall into that. Just like I was saying last night on my video, when I was doing videos and I was falling into that gunner energy and the dubs energy, just talking down on everyone and critiquing everyone, and they do this, they do that. Look what they did. No, that's not a good look, and it's not good energy for me. And when I felt that, I was like, that ain't me, dude. I don't want to do that. That's not what I'm comfortable doing. That's not what I want to do. What I'm doing right now is what I want to do. I love to talk to people. I love to give consejos to people. I love to give advice. And I love people to give advice to me because I don't know it all. I don't know it all. I'm learning. And not only am I learning on YouTube, I'm still learning at life. I'm still learning in life. And I appreciate those that tap in and give me good energy, right? Because that's what we're going to do. We're going to reciprocate that energy. We're not going to reciprocate bad energy. We're not going to reciprocate that dark energy and the energy of them snakes. So people like Sin, they help me cut this grass and keep it short. Keep it short so we can see them snakes and we can get rid of them. But sadly, why come after me? Why? Because you don't like the Raiders, because you don't like me, or because you know me from a past life and you know what I'm saying is true and your punk ass is fake, phony, ain't never stood up to nobody, ain't never stood your ground, you got no backbone, but you hate it because you know me and my family are solid mother flyers, and you know that we always stand our ground and we got backbone. Not like them who got boned in the back. We got backbone. And that's something that a lot of people do not have. That's something that a lot of people do not possess. I wouldn't even be surprised if that was a family member hopping on there running their mouth. I would not be surprised, because people love to hate authenticity. People love to hate authenticity. They love to hate what is authentic, and they love to embrace the fake, the phony. That is the generation that we're living in. That is the society that we're living in these days. They embrace what is phony. They embrace what is fake, but they boot and they talk down on the truth. They talk down on what's real. They talk down on authenticity, because they see it in you and they could never be that. And because they could never be that, they hate you for it. And if people are going to hate me for that, then hey, I'm right here. But you know what? I'm protected. I'm protected by good people like Sin. I'm protected by my family. And you know what? I lost my mom and my dad 4.5 years ago. I got some big time angels guiding me. I got some big time angels watching my back. So if you want to mess with me and you want to tap into that energy, go ahead, because the guardian angels I got ain't gonna let nothing happen to me, because I'm a good person. I'm good people. I look out for people and I try to help people, and I got good people around me, and all I keep is good people around me. That is the reason why a lot of these people that stayed in my past are there. That is the reason they are not here. That is the reason they don't have a part of my life today. That is the reason they're not in my life as we speak. You feel me? We got 3 people up in here. When you come in, drop a like, drop a comment, let me know who you are, where you're from. Join the conversation. Ain't many people in here right now, but hey, like they say, we're having church right now, because 3 people is church, right? That's what it is. And I don't mean church in the religious sense, because I'm not here to talk religion, right? But we can if you want. We can talk religion, we could talk politics, we could talk sports, we could talk everyday life. Whatever the conversation is, whatever comes up, we'll tap into it and we'll talk about it, as long as it's not some lower energy, frequency, vibrational BS. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to do that. And I know there's probably family members coming in. Oh, he's got 3 people on. Oh, wow, he's got 3 people watching. Wait till the video uploads and you see there's 200 or 300 people that actually came in and saw it. Maybe they didn't stick around for 10 minutes. Maybe they only stuck around for 2 or 3 minutes. But to me, that's gold. To me, having one solid person is gold, because one person listening to the message that I'm giving, that's all I need, because that person will pass it on and it's infectious. It'll catch on like a wildfire. And once it catches on like a wildfire, you can't turn it out. And sadly, those people that love to come in and attack me, I wouldn't, if you were on fire, I would not pee on you to turn you out. Bottom line, I would not do anything to turn you out. I would sit there, pull out a cigar, and light that son of a gun and watch you burn to ashes. Not because I'm trying to spread anything bad, but because that's what you want to do to me. So if that's what you want to do to me, that's what you're going to get back. But I'm not going to sit here and entertain you like that. We got 5 people up in here. It don't cost you nothing to hit that like button when you come on in. Drop a comment, drop a like. Who are you? What's on your mind? What's on your mind? I see it bouncing back and forth between 5 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 4. But, you know, I'm grateful for anybody that comes in and chops it up. I'm grateful for anyone that comes in and has got something positive to say. But you see, like I was saying before, we do not live in a society where positivity. Here we go again. Sin, you want to take care? You want to take the trash out for me? Yep. That's right, Sin. I don't know, Newstrom. Maybe you should look in the mirror and ask yourself that question, my brother. That's what you should do. That's what you should do. Yeah, thank you, Sin, for taking out the basura. You know, man, it is crazy, right? That fool's going to keep coming back. Watch. Here we go again. It's interesting. I guess this guy is just so infatuated with that. You know what I'm saying? You must be from Frisco, my brother. You must be from Frisco. I heard your mama was a Frisco, like Snoop said. I heard your mama was a Frisco. You know what I'm saying? See, I appreciate having people like Sin and others. Last night I had Doppelganger in here and I had a few others that have my back, and I appreciate that because I'm not doing anything wrong here. What, are they mad because they see I'm making a little bit of money on YouTube? Is that what it is? Because I make $50 here, I make $20 there, I make $100 here, 20 there, 10 there. I get to buy me a couple of burgers. I get to buy my son some Taco Bell, and they don't like it, huh? Well, it's okay. You ain't gotta like it on me. You ain't gotta like it, but you know what? You're gonna learn to love it because I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I don't give a damn what you call me, homie. Look in the mirror. You point one finger at me, homie. You're pointing 3 back at yourself. You're calling me names, because you don't like my hat. You're calling me names, because you don't like the way I look, and that's okay, homie. But you know what? I'm gonna stay true and I'm gonna keep it real to who the hell I am. You should do the same. And maybe you might get further in life other than flipping burgers at McDonald's, which there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to come at me with some BS, we'll throw it right back at you. I'll be like the orangutan at the old school Fresno Chaffee Zoo before they put the fences up and used to throw peanuts at them, and that fool would squat down and go whoop, and it just sling some dookie at you and hit you right in the back of your head. That's what you're gonna get. That's what you're gonna get. That's what they're gonna get. Nothing more, nothing less. A la vergs. A la verga.
No, vieja, no anda chingando, vieja. Mira, vienen aquí conmigo, vieja. Andan chingando su madre. Que agarra el pepino y que se lo metes por atrás, por el chiquito. No chinguen conmigo, vieja, porque mira, aquí tengo el pepino, mira, el third leg, y se lo voy a meter por todo el Dookie Shoot hasta que va caminando por Belmont con los tripas colgando por el culo.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I just got a message. Damn, this is blowing. That's crazy. All my messages, like my personal messages, are blowing up. People saying certain things that they saw, too. Yeah. Por el choco. Yeah, exactly, Sin. Exactly. It's a trip, man. An hour and 38 minutes strong. I think we're setting a record tonight. I think we are setting a record tonight. But see, Sin, it's crazy because I got other social media outlets, right? You know, we got Facebook, we got Instagram, and then the TikTok. Somebody just sent me a message right now that said they got on the TikTok and they seen somebody making similar comments on the TikTok that they were making on here. Yep. So you see, people got nothing else better to do but to hate. And you know what I like though, Cindy? I know rappers in Fresno, right? Always talking about haters. I got haters, but they don't deal with none of this. Nobody's out there looking for them or saying things or not. They don't got no haters. They wish they had haters. And me that has haters wish I didn't have haters. And I don't understand why they hate me. I mean, I do and then I don't. You know what I mean? I do and I don't. But you got to understand, a lot of these people, they get mad porque no lo pueden hacer. They can't talk. You know what I'm saying? Or they're mad because I have all my teeth. They're mad because I'm 50 years old. I have all my teeth. They're mad maybe because I have colored eyes and I got little bags under my eyes. They're mad because I'm a Raider fan. They're mad because I wear my sunglasses at night. They're just mad about everything. They're mad about everything. They're mad because I got a knockoff Rolex watch, that was gifted to me for my birthday. Oh, that fake ass Rolex watch. I don't give a damn. I wear $10 shoes. I wear $5 basketball shorts. You feel me? I wear t-shirts that are $3. I'm not a tag whore. I'm not a person that is defined by what I wear. I'm not a person that is defined. I don't define myself by how much money I can spend on myself to be walking around like a damn walking Christmas tree so people think I got money. On the contrary, I'm the opposite. I want people to think I don't have nothing. Because when people think you don't have nothing, that's who their true spirit and true character of that person comes out towards you when they think you don't have nothing. Because if they think you don't have nothing, you can't do nothing for them. They can't ask you for anything. So if people are going to be nice to you, that's genuine. When they think you don't have anything, if people are going to be nice to you, right? When they think you don't have nothing, that's genuine. Those are good people. If people are going to treat you like trash when they think you don't have nothing, that's all that needs to be said. You know what I'm saying? That's all that needs to be said. It's crazy because sin, it could be 2 or 3 people that I have in mind, but I'm narrowing it down. And that's turned this conversation into a real conversation, right? It's turned it into a speech. And I'm not trying to preach to people. And I'm not trying to, if you just come out here and you spend $3.99 on my package, you'll be yoked in no time. We're not doing any of that here. I'm not trying to take people's money. You know what's funny, though, is that puto, before we got him off, he kept talking about money. And te recuerdas last night? He kept saying, I'll send you 50, I'll send you 70, I'll send you 120. I thought that was weird as hell. Because I'm like, I'm not asking you for anything. I know people can super chat, but he just kept pushing the issue about that, right? And then they want to see my house. And they want to see, why? Why do you want to see? I've never been on someone's live and asked them, give me a tour of your house. Give me a tour of your house. Who does that? I'll tell you what I will give you a tour of. I can give you a tour of my cameras I got up. I got a camera right here. There's another one over there. I got another one in the front and another one on the other side of my house. We got a couple of pit bulls here. If you want to come and try to act funny, my neighbors are always looking out on both sides. They got cameras. My neighbor Mike, he don't mess around. He's a good dude. My neighbors on the other side, they're good people from the Congo. They don't mess around. Really humble people, great people. I've got nothing. I've been blessed to move into the neighborhood where I live, that I've got good people around me, respectful people, and we give that respect back to them. Yeah. Why did he want to be a moderator, right? Right? To hurt the channel. And my dumb ass made him a moderator. I don't even know how to take him off, but I think because I blocked him from the channel, I think that takes it off of him, right? Crazy. Last night they wanted to be a moderator, remember? But I already had made Doppelganger and James Nguyen, right? I had made them moderators. Yeah. Just to hurt the channel. Like, come on, bro. What the hell you want with me? Puede ser esa piruja, Cindy. You know which one I'm talking about. It could be that one, the last one, antes que vine para acá, that I had all the problems with. Puede ser ella o su hermana o unos cabrones from my old neighborhood that are haters, que no tienen nada. Yes. Yo pienso que a lo mejor es su hermana. Por eso salió con que tengo 15 y esto que el otro. Because I think they were trying to gain my trust. You see what I'm saying? Trying to gain my trust, but I'm not stupid. I don't know who the fuck that person is. Excuse my language, but you know what I mean? Pinche piruja. But yeah. But you know, it could be those fools back in the old neighborhood too. Sentados ahí con sus pipas de cristal, bien prendidos, talking about, look at this fool, dog. Look at this fool, dog. He thinks he's doing something, dog. The fool's on YouTube, dog. Fuck that fool, dog. Though esos pendejos, those kind of people, tienen molestadores en la familia, violadores en la familia. Por eso cuando hice ese video the other day hablando de eso, estaba hablando de ellos. So a lo mejor ellos lo miraron, they seen it and took offense to it because they knew I was talking about them. So they said, oh, we're going to go on there and we're going to do this. Because it only started the last 2 or 3 days they started doing this. Right? Like they wanted to know because they see you're a female, right? And they're jealous. For the record, I have nothing to lie about. Me and Sin are literally really good friends. We've never had any other relations besides that. If we did, I wouldn't have nothing to hide and I would say it. But it's never been that. Cindy's like a sister to me. She's like family to me. And for people to come up here and ask those kind of questions, why would you want to know if the only female on my feed knows me for real? You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to know that? Like I said, Cindy, people like you on here with good energy are helping me cut the grass. Because when we cut that grass, the snakes get exposed and we mow them down. Get them out of here. A la vergs.
Que se vayan a la verga, vieja. Que no chingan conmigo aquí en el pinche YouTube. Porque si chingan conmigo, voy a subir en mi trailer y 16 gears. Vámonos, boom, boom. Los machuco a la chingada.
Run them over. Run them on down the damn road. Straight up weirdos. But guess what? They got me on a good one, right? They got me on a good one now because I'm like, okay, you guys want to mess with me? And here's the thing, Cindy. Me and my family, we still got a lot of love back in Fresno. There's some haters there, but we got a lot of love in Fresno. And if we were piece of shit people and we were bad people, those people wouldn't be there. Those people would not be there. They would not. One of them that was on earlier, he already took it in his dookie shoot before for some stuff that he had said about my family. He took it in his dookie shoot. And I don't mean it literally, but you get what I'm saying. I don't know, right? I don't even know who the second person is. Because you're the only one that's been commenting for the last few minutes. So there's 2 people watching, and I don't know who they are. But you can announce yourself when you come in. I see we got 3 people up in here. It don't cost you nothing to hit that like button when you come in. Drop a comment so I know who's up in here. Join the conversation. We got 2 people just watching, which is cool. I don't mind that. But it's cool to know who's up in here so we can chop it up. But I do notice one thing tonight, Cindy. Kenneth, Michael. Oh, what's up, Kenneth? I've never seen you before, but hey, thank you for tapping in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining the conversation. Right? We don't buy hard. Hey, Kenneth, we've been dealing with some weird stuff tonight. But Sin, in my other lives, I've noticed, right, that I would get like 10, 9, 8, 12, 15, 20, 30, 35, 39, and it bounces. You know, it fluctuates back and forth because people tap in and they see it and maybe, oh, I don't like it, or maybe I do, or whatever, right? But I noticed tonight that hasn't been happening. That hasn't been happening. And I think because when I made ese puto moderator, I think he was purposely hurting the channel. Is that right, Kenneth? For real? You heard it's going around? El Gato, yeah. El Gato Negro. Yeah, Kenneth, it's weird, man. It's weird, man. You get up on here and you try to give good positive energy, and people come on and they don't want that. They want to just darken it up. They want to make it as bad as they can. They want to tear it up. They want to tear you down. They want to kill the channel. I'm not a big channel. I'm a small channel. I'm a really small channel. And people come, and why are they messing with me for? Like, what am I doing to them? Nothing. We're just conversating, talk about whatever pops in, whatever people want to talk about. Yeah, exactly right. They want to mess the algorithm up. Oh, damn. What's up, Stacy? What's up, Stacy Tyndall? That's the homie right there too, Sin. That's a good dude right there. Oh yeah, you're on the East Coast, bro. Okay. Well, I'm glad you popped in, because now I know who else. Now I know who else has been watching. Now I'm like, okay, so we got rid of that one that was up in here, right? Sin. Yeah. So you've been seeing what's been going on for a little while, huh? Max, Stacy. You've been seeing that. It's crazy, bro. This YouTube thing is crazy, man. The outlandish things that people say, the energy they want to give off, how they want to come in and just kind of try to kill something. It's like, come on, bro. Like, are you serious? Like, what the hell? What's the whole point of it? Yeah, it's late as hell out there, brother. And I seen you were sending me some messages, bro, but I didn't get a chance to read them because I was live. And a couple other people sent me messages from TikTok. I seen those. I was like, oh, okay. They're telling me that the similar stuff that somebody was popping on here, they're popping over there. And it's like, it's a big time hater. Like I said before, people don't like to see people doing good, especially when they know you come from nothing, especially when they've seen you rise up from the ashes. They're like, oh, they didn't die. Oh, they didn't stay down. Oh, F that. I got to go and take a SHIT on that. What kind of energy is that? You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Hella crazy. But it's YouTube. It's social media. It's this new generation that I guess this is what they do. And it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Oh, that's crazy. The video just ended and it started again. Wow. Was it my internet? No, it wasn't the internet. It wasn't the internet. I guess it only lets you go live for so long. That's crazy. That's the longest live I've ever had, though. Was approaching 2 hours, right? Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy, folks. But I appreciate you guys tapping in. Sin, Stacy, and whoever else is up in here. I appreciate you guys tapping in. I love you guys. I'm going to try to tap in again tomorrow about the same time. If you're able to come in, I appreciate you. When you come in, drop a like, drop a comment. We'll keep it moving. That's the way we do it here. But I appreciate you guys. Nothing but love for those that came in and gave positive energy. I love you guys. That's the way we got to do it. That's the way we got to keep it rolling. We're not going to tap into that other stuff. We're not going to subscribe to that. We ain't going to do any of that here. We're not here to talk trash. We're not here to talk down. Yeah, Stacy. Right? Don't forget to feed your kittens. Yeah, what's up, Kenneth? Yeah, man, it's crazy. It doesn't make no sense. It does not make any sense. But I'm glad that I got people like Sin watching my back. I just try to be me, bro. And you know how it is, Max? You know how it is. When you've been through a lot of messed up stuff in your life, bro, you can't, you're just like, I got to get away from that. Because we've had to dig ourselves out of it already and get away from it, bro. And sometimes when you grow up a certain way and you grow up around a certain group of people that you think are your friends, and they stab you in the back, or they F your wife behind your back, or they try to rob you, or they try to kill you. They try to do all these things. And I'm talking about literally here. I'm not talking about figuratively. And all these things, bro, and somehow, some way, you're still walking. You've still gotten up. You didn't stay down. They don't like that. They want you to stay down. They want you to bury yourself. They want you to be afraid. And one thing we're not going to subscribe to here is fear. And one thing we're not going to pump out here is fear. I'm trying to pump some good energy into people. I'm trying to give people good vibes. I'm trying to show them, hey, we all have a story. But one thing about my story is it's always going to be real and it's always going to be straight in your face. Some might like it. Some might love it. Most might hate it. It doesn't matter. It's not going to stop anything. It ain't going to stop anything here. It's never going to stop anything here. I mean, after what the hell I've been through, like we've all been through something. Max, you've gone through a lot in your life. You're a little bit older than me. You've gone through way more than me. Cindy's gone through some stuff. Everybody that taps in and everybody that walks this earth, whether you got money or you don't got money, rich or poor, whether you can walk or you can't walk, whether you have a job or you don't have a job, we've all gone through something. No, never fear the shift. See, Sin, Stacy is one of those people that's on that vibrational frequency that we've been on for a long time. Sin, Stacy is a good friend through another friend that I've known for years. I've never met him in person, but I feel like I know him. And Stacy Sin, I know Sin very, very well. She's a really good friend of mine. I've met her in person, but she's on that same frequency of energy that you always speak of, bro, that we always talk about. And it's you know, it's one of those things. It's one of those things where, you know, the crabs in the bucket scenario, right? The crabs in the bucket. And Fresno, California, Fresno itself is the epitome of the crabs in a bucket. It's the epitome of the crabs in the bucket. Fresno, California, and all the surrounding cities are the epitome of the crabs in the bucket. And I know there's folks in Fresno that ain't gonna like it when I say that, but you know it's true. You know it's true. There's so much talent there when it comes to rap. There's so much talent when it comes to metal, when it comes to comedy, when it comes to all this artistic stuff. But no one ever blows up there because of the crabs in the bucket. Secretly, in person, they're cheering you on, but secretly they're hoping you don't make it, and they're doing stuff so you don't make it, and then they try to come and try to throw dirt on your name. It's taken me so long to build this channel up to where I'm almost to 3,000 subscribers. It took me not very long to get to 2,700, but it's taken me a little bit less than a year to get to the 2,840 that I'm at. Because people started reporting my channel. They started flagging it. They banned me for 2 weeks. Then they banned me for another 2 weeks. Then they banned me for a month. After they did that, it's been a climb. It's been a hell of a climb. Climbing with like 100 pounds on my back and in mud with boots on, getting stuck in the mud. I'm like walking in quicksand. But hey, it is what it is. We don't stop. We keep it pushing. We keep it pushing, because if there's one thing that my dad taught me and there's one thing that my mom taught me, nope, they don't. They don't, Sin. And if there's one thing that my mom and my father taught me, and my grandfather was probably the greatest man I ever knew, rest in peace to all three of them, mom, dad, and my grandpa. If there's one thing that they all taught me, and even a good friend of mine named Roger Maddox, who passed away 4 years ago on Christmas Eve too, Roger Maddox, if there's one thing they all taught me, even my old boss, John Lawson, if there's one thing they taught me, is you never give up. And if you believe in something, you keep going after it. And like my dad used to say, get your ducks in a row, son, and start knocking them down. And you know, my mom should tell me, hey, if they don't like it, F them. Keep going. Keep going. If they want to give you hate, let them. It means you're doing something right. Mijo, don't give up. Keep going. And what will Roger say? You know what Roger would tell me? Hey, Rob, you're familiar, Rob. If they got a problem with you, they got a problem with me too. I'll be over there with my shotgun if you need me. Him and Helen Maddox. Beautiful people. I miss Roger dearly. I miss my boss. I miss my mom. I miss my dad. I miss my grandfather. But they taught me so much about life, and they taught me so much about striving forward in the midst of trouble, in the midst of fire, in the midst of things falling, everything crashing down around you. Don't ever give up. It is 11/11, right? That's what Cindy was talking about, and that's what Stacy's talking about, 11/11. Today's it's a beautiful day, and it's already starting out to be a beautiful day. It's a beautiful night. Tomorrow will be an even better day. But if there's so many things that I learned from my elders, and I was the kind of guy, ever since I was younger, I always subscribed to sitting down and having conversations with older folks. When I was in jail, years back, 30 years ago when I was in jail, I'd be sitting down talking to guys that were in their 50s, guys that were in their 60s, guys that were in their 40s, and I was 18, 19 years old. And the homies would come over to me and they'd be like, man, why you sitting there talking to that old MF? Why you sitting there talking to that old mother flyer? Why you talking to them for, dog? Come and chill with the homies, play spades, this and that. I turn around and look at him, I said, fool, if I go over there and just chill with you guys, I'm never gonna get out of here. What am I gonna learn from you guys? I can't learn nothing from you. Paying attention to you guys and hanging with you motherfuckers got me in this damn hole. If I talk to these older guys, they're the ones telling me, you don't want to come back here. You don't want to be here. And they're teaching me about life because they already had life experience that I hadn't had yet. So I learned from them. I learned so much knowledge from them, so much game from them. And the one main thing that I learned from all of them, life isn't fair. It's never going to be fair. Only thing you control, you don't control what people are going to do to you. You don't control what people are going to say to you, but you have full control of how you react to it. Right? Meditate and manifest always, Sin. Always. That's right, Cindy. You already know. And so I always hold that close to me. And I always subscribe to talking to the older homies. And it could be, there was an old white dude named Lath Johnson. Lath, L-A-T-H-E, Johnson, that I would talk to. There was an old black man named Charles White. Yeah, right. Charles White that I would talk to. There was an older Mexican dude that I would talk to. And that's the thing about being from Fresno is we could talk to whoever we wanted to. It wasn't like the Southern Mexicans or the Northern Mexicans that had to stick with their certain whoever they were rolling with. Me, I could talk to whoever I wanted to. And I used that time to make sure I never made the same mistakes that would land me in there that I had made that landed me in there. And thank God, next year in January 26th of 2026 will be 30 years that I've been out of jail and never went back to jail. And talking to those older homies helped me with that. It gave me so much game to keep moving forward in life. It gave me so much knowledge that I could use and I was going to use as I got older. I wasn't even in my 20s yet. And all these older guys, they're gone. They've passed on, right? They've passed on. But what they did for me when I was in there was priceless. And what happened to the guys, the homies that were 18, 19, 20, 21, that were telling me, why are you doing talking to that guy? What are you doing over there talking to that old fool? F that dude. He ain't going to do nothing. Why are you over there playing spades with them? Where are all these guys that were telling me that? A lot of them are stuck in the streets, homeless, on drugs. They're dead, or they're in church repenting for their sins, or all of the above. Right? Some of them are barely getting their life straight right now at 50 years old. And I wouldn't doubt if some of those guys that I'm talking about are popping in here on the unders with a fake profile, running their mouth like they were earlier. Because they see I didn't follow them and I wouldn't follow them. Because one thing that my grandpa told me when I was 14 years old, he says, Robert, you're not a follower. I can see it in you. You're not a follower. And that's good. He said, because most people that don't get anywhere in life, they're followers. You're a leader. You make sure you lead at all times. You don't follow anyone. You blaze your own trail. You walk your own path. That way, when things come, it's on you. You don't ever blame anything that happens to you. Full accountability for it. And that's the only thing I've ever done. That's the only thing I've ever done. And it's the only thing I've ever tried to do. And I don't know why the video keeps cutting off. Maybe because I've gone too long already. I don't know. But I know we're over 2 hours. But yeah, I learned a lot from older folks. And I've always attracted older folks. You know what I'm saying? I always bonded with older folks because they could teach me. They could teach me something. They could teach me something that I could use in my life moving forward to be where I'm at right now. Thank God. Thank God I've made it this far. And I hope I have another 20, 25, 30 years to go. Just like everyone else up in here. Yes, sir. Always, Max. Stacy, always, bro. Always. My grandpa always told me that. He told me this too. He said, you tell me who your friends are and I will tell you who you are. And when he told me that, I was 13 years old and I didn't know what he meant. until I was in my 20s and he had passed away. And I was eating at a Denny's one time and it just came to me. Grandpa was telling me, be careful who you hang out with, because even though you're not like them, people will see you like you are like them and they will think you're just like them. So be careful of the company you keep. That's what my grandpa was telling me. Glitches in the Matrix, Cindy. It's the glitches in the Matrix. But yeah, man, these people got me fired up. But it's sad that a lot of these younger folks don't got those teachings. A lot of these younger folks, they don't want to talk to older people. To them, older folks got nothing to say to them. Especially if you're not a millionaire, right? Or a billionaire. Oh, you ain't driving a Lamborghini. You don't got a mansion. What are you going to tell me? You can't teach me anything. That's right, Cindy. Hey, and you know what, Stacy? I went to jail for guilty by association back in 96 and 95. That's what I went to jail for. Hanging out with the wrong motherfuckers got me put in jail. And that opened my eyes because I said, you know what? Why am I hanging out with these fools? All they want to do is go to prison. Their goal is, I'm going to prison for 10 years, dog. And I'm going to bang in there, dog. And I'm looking at them like, why do you want to be in prison, bro? Like, there's nothing but men in there. You're sleeping next to another motherfucker. You're taking shits next to another dude. You're taking showers next to another dude. You're eating next to another dude. And I'm a young dude. I'm like, I like women. And if I'm in jail, I'm not going to be around women. You know, women smell good. They're pretty. They have pretty hair. You know what I mean? They got soft skin. I don't want to be around a bunch of other dudes smelling like booty with smelly ass feet. Some of them don't even take showers. We got to be fighting all the time. Some people killing people in there, stabbing people, all this. I don't want to be around that. So that's when I made the decision. I'm not going to hang out with these fools anymore. I'm done. And I went my own way. Did I live 100% by the law when I went by my own way? No, I didn't. But I was smarter and I made sure that it was all on me. It was all on me. So if I ever got in trouble again, it was by my own fault. Not because someone else was doing some dumb shit and then I get caught up in it. You know what I mean? And those are the changes that I made that allowed me to come out of jail and allowed me 2 or 3 years later to start writing my stuff and start recording. Then I met Hip Dog and the rest is history. I met Hip Dog and started recording in Fresno, California, Beatdown Productions. Salute to my boy Hip Dog, James Johnson. That guy taught me so much as well when it came to the music business, when it came to the studio, when it came to production, to mixing, to mastering. The level of intelligence of that man, and Ray Settle as well, which is a good friend of Hip in Fresno. Those two guys taught me more about the game than anyone else I ever met. And that knowledge that they passed on to me was priceless, that I'm using right now for these next 3 projects that I got coming next year. Everything they taught me, I'm using it right now, 20 something years later, and I'm still using it. And Hip is older than me. Ray's older than me. All the knowledge they got between both of them, they got like 80 years of knowledge when it comes to music, when it comes to audio engineering, production, when it comes to studio, to mixing, to mastering, when it comes to all that. I learned so much from both of them. So much. They taught me so much. Hey, Stacy, you're not going to believe it, bro. When you see what I'm talking about, I will say this. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. It's something a little different for me, but it is who I am. On one of the projects, it is who I am. All 3 of them are me, but it's different than what I've been doing. And 2 of the projects, I can say, are going to blaze their own trail, and it's a new genre. Not just for me, but in general. In general, I had a download a few months ago. It just came to me out of nowhere. And I'm like, nobody's doing this. Why don't I do it? It's who I am. It's who I am, bro. And I think it's going to open a lot of eyes and people are going to be like, wow. Because one thing I think that's lacking when it comes to music these days is creativity, right? People are so lazy with what they do. They don't want to put the time in it. These projects, I've been working on one project for the last 3 months. And these other 2 projects I've been working on for about a month and a half. And when I'm done, one project is a mini documentary along with music. I will say that. I'll let that one out. But the other two, I'm not going to say nothing about. And you see, I don't post about it on Facebook or Instagram. I'm not saying nothing. I've been leaving hints, but I'm not talking about it because I'm not going to be one of these guys who's like, if I decide to do this, will you support it? If I decide to do this, will you listen? No, F that. If you believe in yourself and you know yourself as a musician, Stacy, I'm preaching to the choir. You know yourself. If you believe in yourself and you believe in what you're doing, just do it and the people will respond to it. Just like how you hooked up with me was through my music the Hip was selling for me, you know? And my stuff didn't blow up. It didn't go like platinum or nothing like that, but I made a few $1,000s off of it. I made some money and I met some really good people along that path and along that way. I met really good people. You're one of them. Sin's one of them. I've met so many people through the music that were great people, but don't get me wrong. I've also met people that were really bad people when it came to the music business, because the music business is shady AF. Shady as fuck. It's worse than the dope game. It's worse than the mob. And we know they're tied into it. And that's another subject. But yeah, these 3 projects, man, it's crazy because they just came to me all of a sudden. I'm like, nobody's doing this. And nobody's doing it because they're all worried about being famous. I'm not worried about being famous. I just love to create. And I want to see people's faces when they see this, because they're not going to believe that I wrote it. They're not going to believe that I produced it. They're not going to believe that I put it together. And that's fine. I don't care. They don't have to believe it. I know who I am. I know what I've done, and I know what I'm doing, and I know what I'm capable of. And I've known for years. That's right. That's right, Stacy. And that's what I've subscribed to this last time around. Because my mom, Max, before my mom died, literally hours before she died, she told me, I was talking to her and she's like, Mijo, why did you stop doing music? And I told her, just people don't care about it no more, Mom. They don't care about it. She goes, but don't you care about it? I said, yeah. She goes, you're good at it. You should never stop. If it makes you feel good, why are you stopping? She's like, do me a favor. At least release one more album, she told me. At least do one more. Do it for me. So these next projects I got coming out, they're all for my mom. My mom was my biggest fan. My mom was my biggest fan, man. My biggest fan, legitimately. Like every mother should support her kids, right? Yo, what's up, Dub? Dub's in the building. Big Dub, another primo of mine's in the building. But like I was saying, Stacy, you know, when you subscribe to the energy of you're unstoppable and nothing, no matter what, is going to get in your way and stop you, and you take your ideas and you allow them to manifest in real life, but not doing them the way that someone else wants you to do them, or not doing them the way that maybe the people want you to do them, but doing them the way that you want to do them and how you really feel and who you really are, I think that's when you hit the bullseye. I feel like that's when you hit the bullseye. And that's when you become who you're truly supposed to be. Because we have a path, and when we're walking that path, we're trying to figure out things. Okay, you know, this, you go through things. You walk through the ashes, you walk through the fire, you walk through the shit, you walk through the hellfire and brimstone. And when you get there, there's a certain point in your life, right? Whether it be in your professional life, yes, sir, blaze your own trail. That's my thing, right? That's what I'm on right now. When you go through life, we deal with a lot of things, right? But as long as you're still standing and you're still breathing and you still got your eyes open, you have all your senses, you're able to move, you're able to walk, you're playing with house money. And that's what I've been telling myself the last 2 years. Rob, you're playing with house money. You're playing with house money. When I'm creating, you're playing with house money, Rob. You're playing with house money. And I just keep telling myself that. Because if you have the idea that you're trying to come from behind, or you have the idea that you still got to climb that mountain, I think it takes away from your ability to be able to create on a level that you want to be on. Hey, Dub, that's right. That's right. And what me and Stacy were talking about was just that, bro. It's just that. because everybody has an idea of what you should be doing, right? Or everybody has an idea of how you should sound, or what you should say, or what you shouldn't say. Or, oh, he shouldn't say that, or why is he saying that, or why did he come like this, or why did he come like that? It's the ability to believe in yourself and then convey that energy into the ether and watch it grow, watch it flourish. Watch it become what you know it can become, right? And there's many, I keep saying this, there's many different ways to skin a cat. There's many different ways to skin a cat. And in this day and age, when I heard the DOC, everybody knows the DOC, right? When I heard the DOC, he made an interview not too long ago. And in the interview, they asked him what he thought about music, especially when it came to hip hop. And he said, I feel that there's no more money to be made in hip hop, in rap. He's like, because the fans are tired. They're tired of other rappers coming out and saying the same things that was already said. And it's been happening for years and years and years and years and years and years. And he's like, I feel people are tired and they don't want to spend their money on that anymore. He's like, that's why country is so big. That's why the reggaeton is so big. And that's why this is so big, because they're tired. He goes, that's why people just keep subscribing to the Tupac, to the Dr. Dre, to the Snoop Dogg, to the Ice Cube, to the E40, or you see all these big time rappers now going into podcasting because they know that the well has dried up when it comes to hip hop and rap. He said there's no more millions to be made in that. The streaming platforms have stopped that. They've taken that away, where everybody gets their music and they upload it and they're like, okay, there it is. It doesn't help anyone. It doesn't do anything for the artist. So in order to flourish as an artist, you got to be artistic. You got to be creative. You got to take your time. But not only take your time, but you got to make sure that the energy that you got in here is exactly what you put out. Everything you got in here in your soul, make sure that's what's out there. And that's all I've been trying to do. And I've been working so hard and so long at this that I'm like, when my mom asked me, mijo, do one more for me. Do one more for me. Don't give it up. And I said, all right, mom, I'll do one more. It necessarily didn't have to mean that it was going to be music. I took it as she was like, create more art. You know what I'm saying? Create more art. Create more art. Be an artist. That's what you are. I've never subscribed myself as a rapper. I never subscribed myself as that. I never wanted to be a rapper. I never wanted to rap. I never wanted to have my face over anything. I always wanted to write. That's what I am. I'm a writer. And I will subscribe to that I am a writer. And that's what I hang my hat on. And that's what I will hang my hat on moving forward in the next 5 years, 10 years. I don't give a damn. I'll be 7 years old writing. It doesn't matter. The whole point is create your art and how you see it and convey it in that energy. And as long as you do that, you can't lose. You can't lose. And it's great that I've had people around me like the Hip Dogs, like the Ray Settles, and people like that taught me that and instilled that in me when I first started. Because you can have people sitting right next to you and they're like, yeah, this is dope, this is cool, this is that. In reality, in their mind, they're saying, it's all right. Yes men, having yes men around you won't do anything for you. That's one thing I've learned. Having yes men around you, it won't allow you to grow. When you've got people around you that'll legitimately tell you, I have a brother of mine, my brother T, he's straightforward with me. When I write something that he don't like, he'll be like, that shit's garbage, bro. What are you doing? And then I'm like, you know what? You're right. Let's go back and let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. And for what's coming, I will give my brother a lot of credit for it because he's pushed me. He's pushed me to create. He's pushed me. He's like, bro, I've heard you freestyle better than that. He's like, remember back in the days when you were just in 95, 96, 97, 98, when you would just grab a microphone from the karaoke machine and start fucking flowing, or you would just start rapping in front of people? He goes, remember that guy? Remember the energy you had back then? I'm like, yeah. He's like, that's you, Rob. That's who you are. You like to have fun. You know, you like to just have fun with it. He's like, go back to that. He told me that a couple years ago. Go back to that, bro. When you were looking for beats, when you were looking for a studio, when you were like, man, if I could just find somebody with a studio, if I could just find somebody that would make these beats, if I could find somebody to do this. And then you were like, you were hungry, Rob. He goes, and that's why people are not eating off this no more, because they are no longer hungry. They're not starving. And of course, he means artistically and creatively, right? And so I give a lot of credit to my brother for that, because he's pushed me along and he's helped me with the production. My brother's done so much with me. He's done so much for me that he's opened up a whole new different way of thinking for me, where I didn't realize all these years I was kind of just like right here, just looking through this tunnel, instead of saying, wait a minute, why am I just looking through this when I can look over here and I can look over there, and I don't need this tunnel anymore. It's just kind of disappeared to where you got a clear vision of where you see yourself. And it's not about, I think when you're creating, if you put yourself in a position of you're trying to compete, or you want to be better than the next guy, or you want to be better than that guy, or whatever, I think you fuck yourself, because now you're creating from a standpoint of, I just want to be better than that. Oh, I just want to be better than that. Instead of creating from a standpoint of who you really are. Tell your story, who you really are, what really makes you tick, what's deep inside you that you want to get out. Because when we do that, then people can relate to it on a big level, and people can relate to it on another level where you're like, damn. And so, yeah, Stacy, like I said, I really ain't been posting much about it because I'm not. It's just going to come. And when it comes, it's going to come in waves. And it's going to be 1, 2, 3. And I'm done. I'm really done after that. Not because I don't feel I can keep creating, but because I think at that point, my contribution to music and to entertainment will be complete from where I started to where I ended. And I will feel like I've gave everything I could give. And it's not like I can't give more, but now I get to sit back and just watch it grow on its own. Just kind of watch it grow and water it like a plant. You know what I mean? Because it's different. It's definitely different, and it's unorthodox. Because in this climate, in this musical climate, you have to be unorthodox, and you really have to come out of left field to create your own lane, because all these lanes are so filled. Everybody's doing a lot of, this one's doing this, 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 this one's doing this. Okay, where's the lane at? Where's the lane? And instead of me sitting back saying, I want to get in one of these lanes right here, I've kind of just been watching everything and like, you know what? I'm just going to be way over here by myself doing this. And this is what I'm going to do. If people dig it, cool. If they don't dig it, that's cool too. But one thing they're not going to say about me is that I sound like this person, or I sound like that guy, or this sounds like this, or this sounds like that, or this person already did that. What are you doing? Or this person already did that and said that. That's not happening. And it can't happen here. Because at 50 years old, bro, at 50 years old, that's how it's got to be. That's how it has to be. And I appreciate those that have tapped in tonight. It's fluctuated. We had 15, we had 20, we had 30, we had 10, we had 4, we had 5, we had 2, we had 3, we had 7. No, it's gone back and forth all night. I've been on for almost 3 hours all together already. And I appreciate those that have tapped in with me and allowed me to run my mouth and allowed me to kick some good energy and some positive energy, right? Kick something worth speaking. Right? Because we're speaking it into existence here. And when we speak something and when we say something, when you believe it with your whole soul and your heart, it's going to be what you think it's going to be. All the time, Dub. All the time, bro. We always got to have fun, bro. That's where it started. That's where it started, bro. I remember being homeless. Standing in the back of your mom and dad's backyard next to the little room right there. And you had some of your friends back there, and it was you and a few of your friends. And I remember kicking a freestyle right there. I remember freestyling, bro. And I was having fun, even though I didn't have nowhere to go, and we were messing up, and we caused my mom to get kicked out of the apartment, and like we did at a lot of places. And I remember standing there freestyling for all you guys, and I could see, yes, yeah, hell yeah, Sin. And I could see that some of your boys were like, "Oh, that's cool," and some of them were like, "Oh, that's garbage. It sucks." But I didn't take it personal because we're just having fun. But you look from there till now and you're like, damn, that was damn near 30 years ago. And the fire that burns the brightest is always going to be what the future is holding and what's coming in the future. That's always going to be the brightest. That's always going to be what, what keeps us going. It's always going to be what keeps us moving, what keeps us creating, what keeps us being who we are. Always, bro, always, brother. And I just man. I'm just like, and Dub don't know, but Sin, you know why I got started on this, and Stacy, you know why I got started on this, because of all the stuff that was happening an hour ago, or 45 minutes ago, or an hour and a half ago, when those folks were coming up in here and they were hating and running their mouth, right? And it's one thing, man. There's a lot of things that will kill you. And I don't mean literally, but I mean spiritually. And one of the main things that will kill you is when someone tries to stop the traction that you have created, when you've truly created it from nothing. That will bring people from your past to the present to try to stop you, because they see what you told them you were going to do 20 years ago, what you told them you were going to do 30 years ago, what you told them you were going to do 15 years ago, and they thought you were done. They thought you had quit. They said, "Oh, this fool's done. This fool ain't doing nothing. This fool sucks. That fool this, that fool that." But they never picked up a pen in their life. They never worked in the studio a day in their life. They never try to teach themselves to make beats. They never try to teach themselves about mixing, about mastering. They never taught themselves a damn thing but sit on that porch with a beer, a crystal pipe, with their other homies running their mouth about what they wish they could do. What they wish they could do. Yeah, and that's what was going on, Jay. Dub, that's exactly what was going on a little while ago. That's exactly what was going on, bro. And it was going on last night, too. Somebody was popping in, and my moderator would block them out, and they were popping in with another fake profile, and then another and another. It was just, it's crazy, bro. And I have an idea of who it may be, but I don't give a damn, bro. It doesn't bother me. It does not bother me, bro, because people love to talk shit, and they love to kick people when they're down, but I'm not down. I'm not down. So while they're trying to kick me, bro, they're missing, because I'm not on the ground. I'm not down. Years ago, I was down. Years ago, I had one foot in the grave and another foot in the jail cell. We're not there anymore. And we ain't been there. By the grace of God, we're living a whole totally different life, bro, that I could never, ever imagine that I could have been living. And I thank God for that. But at the same time, there's still a fire that burns deep inside of me, bro, to prove those sons of bitches that were in here running their mouth a little while ago, to prove to those sons of bitches that what I said, that I would never stop, I would never quit. And my mom asked me to do what she wanted me to do, and I said, "Okay, Ma, I'll do it." It just has to be right from beginning to end. It has to be right, and it has to be exactly how I feel. Not, well, yeah, that's cool, or no, yeah, it's all right. Yeah, fuck it, we'll roll with that. No, it has to be exactly how I feel and exactly how I seen it happening before it happened. It's like that one movie, remember? See it, then do it. You see it before you do it. I think it was Any Given Sunday, right? And those fools, bro, like, if I was a bad person, right? That's a jam right there. Suckers hate, players play. And that's a statement right there, bro. That's a statement right there. That is a statement right there. That's why I pinned it. Always, Sin. Always. When we wake up in the morning and we take a breath and we take a shower and we brush our teeth and we walk to the kitchen and get some water and I hug my son and we get everything moving, I've already won. That's why I keep saying we're playing with house money. And I keep telling myself that we're playing with house money. We're playing with, damn, it's 10 o'clock, dude. I went live at 6:30. Wow. And they've cut me off a couple times and restarted the video. This is crazy. But when you're playing with house money, you can't lose, you know? And at this point, I feel that I can't lose because I've already won. Everything else is just plus. It's a plus. It's icing on the cake. And it's one of those things, man, where the older that I get, the clearer that I see. The older I get, the clearer things are. And I've went through some hard times, Sin. You know, Sin. You've been there for me during those hard times a few years ago. I've gone through some hard times where I've had to cut. Yeah, bro. It's crazy. This is the longest live I've ever had. Well, it just might be, Stacy Tyndall. It just might be. Like I said, I'm not letting the cat out of the bag. It just might be. But Sin, you've witnessed where I've had to cut people off that were close as fuck to me. My ex-fiance, that chick, when we split up, when we were together, I thought she was the most nicest, purest person I ever knew. When we broke up, I found out, and you know this yourself because you've seen some shit on your own, Sin, that you showed me. She was living two lives the whole time, giving me this one image of a great, beautiful person that wants to help people and loves people. And then when we split up, she starts telling people lies about me. She starts spreading lies about me to her best friend and her other best friend. And then I find out she's doing this. And she's over here pulling threesomes with people and gangbangs and all this stuff. And I'm like, what the hell? Wait a minute. This can't be the same chick. And it was. And when I called her out on it, what did she do, Sin? She disappeared. She never told me, you're lying, you're wrong. I told her, why are you telling people this about me when you know it's a lie? I didn't say that. With a straight face looking at me saying, I didn't say that. No, that's a lie. I would never say that about you. You did because this person told me you did. Nope, they're lying. So what did she do? She just straight up disappeared. And I found out from other co-workers down the road, because I'm still friends with old co-workers from my old job. Yep, she was taking the pepino big time.
Y pinche vieja estaba agarrando el pepino. She was pulling the third leg on the under.
But my point is I saw that and I didn't want to believe it because I really cared for that person, right? But sometimes, I don't give a damn who it is, you have to see the toxicity that is sitting right next to you or right in front of you or right behind you. Not only do you have to see it, but it's like cancer. You got to get a damn knife and you got to cut that shit out. You have to cut it out if you want to swim. Because if you don't cut that bait, and you don't cut that weight off of you, you're going to sink. And when me and her broke up, that was a blessing in disguise because I didn't know that I had a snake right next to me. I was sleeping with a snake. And I'm not talking about my wife. I'm not talking about my ex-wife. I'm talking about my ex-fiance, Sin. You know who I'm talking about. You know. And that was one of the hardest things I had to do was come to terms of who this person really was. Because I thought I knew who they were. But they weren't even close to what I thought they were. They weren't even close to who they conveyed themselves to be to me. Turned out they were a big-ass cokehead. They were the biggest hoe that I ever knew. Boning the best friend, boning the baby daddy, boning the best friend's brother, boning her other best friend who's a female, boning the female best friend and the male best friend at the same time. All behind my back. But yet, when we split up, want to go turn around and tell lies about me. Why do people do that? Because they don't want people to know who they really fucking are. They don't want people to know how rotten they really are. So they have to keep saying, oh, he was this, he did that, he did that. Anybody that knows me knows it's not true. So all the while, When that happened and I found out, I got pissed off. In the beginning, I was pissed off. But me and you had a conversation, Cindy, when this was happening. And you told me, hey, Rob, you're too good for her. You're better than her. Don't even worry about it. She's going to get hers. Her karma's coming. Has it came? I don't know. Will it come? I don't know. But one thing's for sure. I cut my grass. I cut my grass. Yes, Sin. No, you just didn't think you were. You were in a place to tell me, you just didn't think you were. But the world is small, because who would have known that you would have been able to see something about her that she couldn't deny? Once I showed her the pictures and everything, she couldn't deny it. She couldn't deny it because she'd been lying the whole time. I didn't say this. I didn't say that. That ain't me. I don't do that. You're tripping, Rob. Oh my God, with a fake smile and everything. I don't give a damn. A bitch could have a pretty face and she could have a beautiful smile and be lying straight in your face and stabbing you right in the back and smiling at you when she's doing it. And that was the biggest blessing in my life. My mom told me before it happened, you don't need her. You don't need her. You're better than her. Let her go on her way. She'll find out what's real later on. Let her be who she is. My mom saw right through her. My mom seen right through her like nothing. And at the time, I didn't want to listen to my mom. But mom's always right. Our moms are usually always right. My mom was. And I hated it because I didn't want to believe it and I didn't want to listen to it. And I damn sure did not want to subscribe to that way of thinking about the person I was going to be marrying. But my mom was right. She was dead right. My mom was spot on. My mom knew everything about her, just looking at her and talking to her. So the point of that is you have to cut bait. You have to cut your losses. And sometimes the biggest dead weight, the biggest snake is sitting right next to you. Sometimes you're sleeping right next to them and you wonder why things ain't happening. Things are not going right. I'm happy with them, or so I think I am, but this ain't going right and this ain't going right. It's because the energy, the bad energy, the dark energy, you're still tapped into it. You're tapped into that toxic environment. And even though you're a good person and you got a good heart and you want to do things and you want to succeed, but you can't, because deep on the unders, that person that you trust the most is the one hoping you never make it, is the one hoping you don't ever amount to shit, is the one hoping, they ain't gonna do nothing, fuck them, ain't whatever. Oh, that's how you really feel, but you never told me that. You went and said it to your friends, and you went and said it to your best friend when you were sucking his pito, and your other homegirl when you were snorting fucking cocaine off of her fucking flat ass, you know what I'm saying? But you never said me, you never told me that, because you didn't have the balls to say that to me. Because what happens? People, when they see real right in front of their face and they know that they're doing you wrong, they do this. When they're talking to you, they can't look you in the eye. And that was a big telltale sign for me. So when I had that last conversation with that person, I got closure. And they could say whatever the hell they wanted to say about me because the proof is in the pudding now. I live a good life. I live a calm life, and I thank God for that. I don't have no issues. I've got no problems. I got no people effing with me. I got no one trying to stab me in the back. I got no one in my face talking about they love me and they want to be with me and this and that. And then they go home and they're calling over their best friends. They're calling over a guy and a girl to tag team their ass all night long. And then they see me the next day at work and they're talking about, I love you so much. You're so cute. You're so handsome. I love being with you, Rob. I'm so lucky. Whatever. Those are the snakes that you got to beware of, because sometimes they're right next to you. Sometimes they're right behind you. Sometimes they're right in front of you. But if you don't recognize that, if you do not cut your lawn, those snakes will not be visible to you. You have to steadily trim your lawn and keep that sucker low. So that way when a snake presents itself, you can see it in the distance and you can approach it accordingly. With a damn sword to chop that head off. You ain't getting close to me. Get the hell away from me. And sometimes it is the most painful thing you have to do. Sometimes it is the most ugliest thing you have to do, and it hurts your soul. But afterwards, you feel so clean. Afterwards, you feel so free. Afterwards, you feel like nothing can stop you. You want to know why? Because the number one thing that was stopping you, the number one thing that was dragging you along, the number one thing that had you stepping, feeling like you were stepping in quicksand every time you took 2 steps forward, they're dragging your ass back, is no longer there. And that's one of the hardest things I ever had to do, is come to terms with that. But once I did, it's like it's like I'm a hawk in the sky. Maybe I don't have the most money in the world. I don't drive a brand new car. I don't have the flashiest clothes. I don't have a lot of jewelry, right? I don't take many trips, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a very rich person. I'm rich in family, I'm rich in energy, and I'm rich in love that I get from my family and that I give to my family. And it took me a lot. I had to go through a lot of shit to get there. I had to go through a lot to get there. And I see a lot of things, and I hear, and I still get some coworkers will message me and be like, hey, I heard this and this about so-so. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I heard she's effing this dude from this trucking company, and I heard she did this to this guy over here at a porta potty or whatever. They caught her in a porta potty and whatever. I'm like, bro, that's on her. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Me and her ain't been together in 6-7 years. Like, that ain't got shit to do with me. That's on her. Like, why you telling me for, bro? Like, I don't give a damn. Like, I got in and got out before she was used up. All you other fools can take that 1978 F100 with 400,000 miles on it, and you can ride that shit down the road and let it go. God damn it. When I had that motherfucker, it was boom, 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 boom. So you can have that. We're done. We've moved on to bigger and better things. So that was just an example. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here cutting a whole fucking speech. I swear to God, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Her name was not Monica Lewinsky. It was Monica Blowinski. You see, when you hear Kamala Harris, and she's got all this word salad, and she likes to use these big fancy words. Judge Joe Brown, yeah. But hey, man, I appreciate you guys tapping in with me. I've been going here for a damn good 3 hours now. Thank you for those that have popped in. I love you. Thank you for tapping in with me. If you've gained anything from this, hey, great. If you were just entertained by this, that's great too. But if you're going to come up in here and you're going to come up popping off some BS, you're going to get axed out. I'm going to keep cutting my grass so we see those snakes. Raw and uncut. We are raw and we are uncut, but we try to stay on a high vibrational energy frequency that's up there. We're not going to go down there, and we're not going to entertain that. So those that tapped in with me, I appreciate you guys. Those that, what's up, found out some crazy recently about them folks too. If I think, you know, duh, I didn't even see your comment till now, bro. Damn, how come I didn't see these? I just saw these right now. I was like, wait a minute. Yup, all of them, bro. All of them, Dub. A Macho Man promo. I didn't even see the messages, bro. Did you guys? For some reason, it doesn't scroll. You have to scroll. Yeah, bro. There's a lot, bro, about that, Jay. A lot, bro, that I found out after I was like, I dodged a bullet, bro. I dodged a bullet. A lot of fools got that roast beef, bro. They got the carnalagas. They got the wanga, pinche vieja wanga noche. You see, let's see if I can cut a Macho Man real quick. Now, when it comes down to the Macho Man, you see, you gotta keep your eyes open, yeah. You gotta see them snakes, yeah. And if you don't see them snakes with your sunglasses on, yeah, then you gotta take them off, yeah. You gotta hit a nice reel of some of that coke, yeah. That grade A Hulk Hogan coke, yeah. You know, that good stuff we had back in the 80s, yeah. We don't do the Arby's sandwich here, no Arby's, eh. We strictly stick to that carne asada, yeah. Now it sounds like a paisa Macho Man and shit. A little more intense. I can't, bro. I'm fucking tired, Big Mo. I've been standing up for 3 hours here. My damn, my sciatica's bothering me. My ribs just gave me a cramp. My fucking herniated disc is like fucking me up. I'm like, God damn. When I tried to raise my hand right now, I was, oh shit. Like, oh, fuck. God damn. Oh. A stretch, but yeah, I'm gonna work on that Macho Man. I might drop one tomorrow. I've been working on the Judge Joe Brown. I had the Judge Joe Brown down a little bit. You see, I heard that she was down in Fresno, California, and I heard she was at a party, you see, and I heard she had an 8-ball or 2, or maybe 3, or I heard she maybe had a 6-pack of balls, and I heard that they was jamming her up that culo with the cucumber, you see, and I heard in Spanish they call it a pepino. But you see, me, Judge Joe Brown, I don't subscribe to that. Do you understand me? I'm old school. When I went down to Hollywood, I learned a lot about how to keep my eyes open on a peruja, which a peruja in Spanish, that means a prostitute, or I mean in English, peruja means prostitute. And when you're rolling with prostitutes, you better be a pimp, because if you're not a pimp, then you're getting played. And if you're getting played, then you're not getting paid. And me, I steer clear of them pirujas. We are Raw and Uncut. This is Judge Joe Brown. We are signing off. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you tune in next time like we always do. I love you much. Thank you all so much. Have a great evening. We are out.